We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Someone says, "What's the future?" Vaughn Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing very well. I have had a fantastic Sunday and had two great episodes of Vaughn Coleman Presents. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of double Sundays, you know what I mean? I have plenty of guests that want to come on, but for today, man, it was what a fantastic day. It really was. Two great episodes. Make sure to check it out. And because I'm a little crazy, I got another one this Tuesday. And so I'm going to have you guys make sure that you check that one out. It's going to be a ton of fun. And without further ado, I'm going to bring in my co-host. You know him. You love him. How you doing, Bobby?
Vaughn, how you be?
I'm good, man. Bobby has a great video that I was laughing watching it, actually. He has a great video. How does my audio sound, by the way? Because I was a bit disappointed. Like, this is a very good mic, and my audio should be better.
Sounds fine to me. I was telling you, you were
But it
totally
should be
fine.
Great. Not fine. There should be no background static, no anything.
I don't hear any of that shit. I don't know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Well, there we go. I've decided to keep this 10-year background for a bit. Ooh, I forgot to grab another lager. This one's not even that good, but I wanted to, drink them while I have them. I'm probably gonna get.
You recognize it? It's a very famous beer.
Why does it look familiar?
It was in a very famous movie. It's
Oh,
pretty
is it the
much
Shining one?
Nope.
Nuring.
We're gonna need a bigger cooler.
Oh, it's that from Jaws? Keeping up is not attractive to you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Chewing gum with what?
My gum. My gum.
You have
Bobby,
you have gum?
what was the name of that Incredible Hulk issue that you or Ultimate Hulk, right?
Ultimate Hulk Annual 1.
That's what I thought.
A true turd that you know how you accidentally discover a diamond in a turd? This was the polar opposite, because we were having the discussion, you and I, about famous. We found some total insanely stupid list about like the best female designed.
It was such
costumes.
a cope, dude. It was such a cope.
Yeah, and so as a joke, here I was saying, Power Princess from Supreme Power, because she's, completely naked for like 10 issues for no reason, for no discernible reason. And so that was the joke, right? And you're like, what the fuck is that? Most people would say that. Art's phenomenal in that book, by the way. So I send you pictures of what I'm talking about. And I find this thing where it's like, wait, she fought this bullshit character, fought the Hulk, won, quote unquote. When did this happen? Why? How? Because again, I made the analogy. It's like wrestling when two comic book characters fight. It's not an actual fight. There's no physical. There's no physical contest happening. Like it's a totally predetermined thing. But the person that goes over, wrestling term, should be the more popular one, and it usually is. I mean, I said like Batman probably would not be beating Superman and Wonder Woman if he wasn't so insanely popular. I mean, I think it's totally reasonable in my own psyche. Like I believe that if you're accepting a world where people can fly, people can shoot lasers out of their ass or whatever, it's totally within the realm of reason to think, all right, well, if that guy can fly, some other guy with some other pseudoscience can have some other scientific gadget to fight that guy that can fly. That, to me, that's not a crazy thing to believe. But still, there's no way Batman would be beating Superman if he wasn't insanely popular as a character. So why the fuck is Power Princess, a character most people probably have no idea exists, beating the Hulk, which is a pillar of Marvel, always has been from day one? To me, it's stupid. And then the way the whole story played out was just so insanely funny. I had to make a video on it because it was so bad. He just shows up with his dick and balls out at a fucking diner in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And this is the other thing too. This whole like, oh, what a tough badass character. Literally anyone can do this. Like a missile could have done this. If the Thunderbolt Ross could have shot a missile at the Hulk's nuts 500 yards out, would he be touted as this badass too? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, really?
Why is there any reason why the Hulk is naked? Because it's annual number 1.
No. He just shows up naked as fuck to a diner, and then that's what causes the fight because they refuse to serve him, even though he. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing that pissed me off. They literally spoil, like, this is just comic books 101. They literally spoil the ending of the book. Like, this exact shot happens in the book.
If I'm being honest, I don't really like this cover.
No, it sucks, the cover. The art inside is pretty good. That's the other big travesty. I can't pronounce the fucking guy's name. I have no idea what this guy he's
Look
called.
At this. Look at how much better this Hulk annual one is. Just in the cover. I've never read it.
Technically, that's king size annual one.
No, it's king size special, but it's an annual still, right?
Yes. And I don't think anybody even would give a shit about that book if it wasn't for the cover. True story. Do you know that Steranko?
Known.
Did you know Steranko did not draw? He did not do the head of the Hulk that you're looking at.
Oh, who did the head?
Mary Severin. So you could look up a scan. There's a scan of the original art where you see Hulk's the head, the Hulk head Steranko drew. Stan Lee, or I guess maybe Roy Thomas, someone in Marvel at the a head honcho at Marvel thought it was too scary. It was too frightening. The Hulk he drew. So quickly they literally cut out the Steranko head that he drew and got Mary Severin to draw a different one. And you can tell if you put them side by side, one looks like a male model, or one looks like the Jolly Green Giant. The other one looks like the fucking Hulk. And to show you, just sorry to interrupt, but just to demonstrate how little like how the comic book industry works, and how little respect the people who work in it get from their overlords. They begged Steranko to draw this within 12 hours or something. So he whips this cover out. He has to drive it himself to Marvel headquarters in the city, right? He's stuck in traffic, so he actually tries to shave while he's driving. I don't know why he decided to do that, but he did. He slices his face open, and he's bleeding everywhere. And so he finally gets this cover in, blood coming down his face, totally exhausted. He delivers it just in time, right? He was supposed to be off this day, and instead they call him in 11th hour. They need a cover blah blah blah, and he does all that for them, and they change the head on him. Like he says he was so pissed when he finally saw it come to print. He's like, "What the fuck happened to this?" Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it. He's
that's That's not bad at all.
He said it was. They said it was too scary for kids. Or
This
something
one?
like that.
Oh, this is a recreation.
Oh yeah. I full screened it and now I can see it better. Yeah, it's a recreation. Just type
Is
in
the original just not there?
No, I've seen it. Original art type maybe. Hulk annual original art, and then maybe Steranko. Yeah, I could tell now. I don't think he had that much shadow underneath his eyes in the original. It's one of these. Try that first one maybe. Like the fourth one, first row. One of these has got to be it, dude. I've physically
That's
seen
not
it.
it.
No, keep going. It's going to be black and white.
I know
obviously.
Jim Steranko had a print of it.
His hair is all like. Yeah, wait, try that one. The picture. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's
it.
so much better.
Look at that face, bro.
That is so much better.
Dude, this cover's gotten swiped so many times. I think maybe ASM 300 and maybe one or two more are like the only more swiped covers than this. This is an insanely swiped cover. Yeah. Look at this. Look at the title underneath there. The headline: Hulk's Untouched or Face original by Jim Steranko. Stan Lee had Mary Severin redraw the Hulk's.
Marie Severin did a lot of Hulk stuff, right?
I think so. I don't know a lot about it, so I don't want to.
Because Dale said that she did some stuff for him.
She definitely did
this
some.
Marie Severance? That's great.
I thought that was. I guess it is. Yeah, that's a very famous book. Alex Ross did a tribute to it. That's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so speaking of Rhino, hold on. So the next book, I'm gonna do because believe it or not, for just a totally spur of the moment stream, people have been giving me some good feedback on. So I'm gonna do a sequel. And maybe I'll do some more. I don't know if I should make it a weekly show or something. But I came across the issue where Juggernaut and She-Hulk randomly bang.
Mm-hmm. And this one's worse because it's in main continuity, correct?
It is, but then Dan Slott made some ridiculous, probably the worst retcon I've ever read in my life, where he made it that there's like a parallel universe She-Hulk that happened to be on Earth that day, and that's the one that Juggernaut banged, right? Because he hated that so much.
Universe spanning.
Listen, here's my problem. Bad. So I read the issue, and it's a little bit clickbaity, the title and whatever I mean. I have no problem with She-Hulk and Juggernaut fucking. It actually makes sense. I mean, they seem pretty compatible. They're both hulking, no pun, but they're just giant, monster people. One of them is very intelligent. The other one, not so much. They're like yin and yang. They're similar but different. To me, it makes sense why they would be. Yeah, there it is. The second one. It makes sense why they would be a thing. I think that makes sense. The problem I have is the way it happens. It's literally like porn. Like they're talking for not even a page, like half a page, and all of a sudden, literally that double page spread of them just post fuck happens. That's the problem because
sometimes women are just
playing better than men.
Oh, here we go.
The context. No. It's funny because this is even funnier because the context is literally the last thing that they say to each other before it cuts to this is She-Hulk asks Juggernaut, "What's your opinions on women's rights?" And then this happens, and this is from like 23 years ago. It's like early 2000s Marvel, right? But wait. But listen. This is the most fucking
simp shit.
It's not simp shit. He says sometimes men are just playing better too. I mean, I don't think he's because when he says sometimes, that's a very non-controversial opinion in my view. I mean, think about it. I think most non-crazy people would agree. Sometimes men do things better than women. Sometimes women do better things. That's a total basic egalitarian worldview. And
my screen's still here, John, by the way. He goes 34. No, actually, it's just a panel.
So the thing is, this totally non-controversial, extremely basic view of the Earth was so compelling. I think 95% of the Earth would agree with what Juggernaut says.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
so it was so earth-shattering that it blew She-Hulk's mind so much that immediately Juggernaut got in her pants. Like, that doesn't make sense. They're talking about baseball too. They're talking about like they root for the Yankees or whatever. And this is because this is like just a diamond on the just bedazzled necklace of what's known as Chuck Austin's X-Men run, which is widely regarded as the worst run of any comic book ever. Vaughn,
ever?
Let me ask
the worst X-Men run, arguably.
Let me ask you something, Vaughn. Have you ever been told in life that there's always such thing as a second chance? That no matter if you screw up really bad, there's always tomorrow. If you do good enough, if you try hard enough. Well, here's what happened with Chuck Austin. He got a golden opportunity. He was basically doing basically porn comics and then Little Mermaid Disney comics too. Like he went from porn to Little Mermaid and then X-Men. It was the weirdest career trajectory ever. And he fucked this up so bad that he hasn't been in comics since. That was it. This was his whole entire career. Porn comics, Little Mermaid, X-Men, gone. I think he had maybe one chance. I think he may have done something called, because I remember I brought it up to Tom Mandrake when I was in his class, and he mentioned something about Code of Honor, Medal of Honor, like some NYPD tribute comic, because this was like 2001, 2002, right after 9/11. So they were doing some sort of series based on policemen and firemen in the line of duty. I think he had written the issue before, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the last thing he ever did in comics. This was like right after his X-Men run. So essentially, that golden break, that big break opportunity, he scuffed it up so bad that he's never been heard from in comics again. I don't even think he goes to cons. I haven't read an interview from this guy. That was it. That's all she wrote. Like, this run had them getting AIDS. It had like some weird, creepy relationship where this nurse that's in in her 30s is like bagging like high school jocks or something. Like, it was just some creepy, weird ass shit. Like,
wait, I'm looking at it. This run ran for like 30 something ish. How the fuck did this go on for so long?
It's quite a mystery.
There are some like legendary runs that
I think that's longer than. I think that's longer than Frank Miller's Daredevil.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, hang on. How long is Frank Miller's Daredevil run? Yeah,
it's close. You can do so
Marvel,
much.
I mean, I know they were different editors, but just the fact. How did he?
I used to know this off the top of my head. I don't know it. I know he ended like 191. I want to say he started like.
Well, it depends. What do you consider Frank Miller's run to start at? Because he started as an artist, right? In 158.
I could, yeah, that's the.
But as a writer, he started in 168.
Well, and then 191 was the last one.
191 was the last one.
So if you go by just writer and artist, where he has full creative control, that's less than 30, isn't it? 168 to 191. That's like 23 issues, isn't it?
Wait, is that really it? It feels like it's so much more.
It does. It does.
How the fuck did Chuck Austin write X-Men for a longer span of time? He did write X, and even how? How is that even fucking possible? Is it really? Yeah, that's only 20-something issues, and only even with the arts, just the art stuff. Still shorter than Chuck Austin's run.
And you could argue it's even shorter than that because technically, some people make this delineation when he started doing the tight layouts instead of pencils.
But they were still his though.
They were, but a lot of people sort of say, all right, he really wasn't the artist anymore. That's what some people think, even because he wasn't really doing
still
pencils.
The writer though, so it's still his run.
But then why, if he was just the artist, wasn't his run then? If you want to argue that, you know what I mean?
Look, man, I don't know. Well, for being, all right, fine.
The point is, it's shorter than this.
How is this allowed to happen?
What
Because
year was it? It was like,
I haven't heard a single person. Let me look up in defense of Chuck Austin X-Men defense. Yeah, but I look up worst X-Men run, and every single article is saying.
I think
Chuck
Kitty
Austin
Pryde was like hooking up with like someone that was much older than her too.
Well,
It
that's
was
not
like
new.
there was just a lot of weird shit going down, man.
I mean, her and Colossus were, that was kind of weird.
Just kind of weird, just a little bit weird, just a tinge of weird.
And then eventually they apparently it was like an editorial thing, which like thank God, I love Chris Claremont, but that needed to be put on hold.
Put that shit on ice permanently.
No, because they were when they were both adults, sure. But
even then he sort of knew her, so it's a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, but like if you actually read the comics, like but I get what you're saying. Like that needed to be possibly on ice.
Yeah, just like someone else that was never mutant, never knew her when they're both consensual adults. Just
And
I don't understand
Colossus ever found how did the 6'4" Colossus? He had like one girlfriend. I guess because comics weren't really about shipping as much. Actually, come to think of it.
Well, that's the
You
thing.
remember when comics were just not about like weird ships? Remember that?
Well, here's the thing.
Remember when Cyclops and Wolverine weren't both cuckolds? Remember that?
Having fucking gay sex on the moon or whatever.
Yeah.
They were doing.
Even though they both hate each other.
So wait a minute. This is something that did perplex me. How did the Hulk fuck Power Princess as the Hulk?
Right?
He's like 10 feet tall. Because I was like, all right, this is weird. This is stupid. I kind of know where this is going though, but I expected it not to go exactly how it went down. The way it went down was not how I was picturing it. Like just physically, like his dick is probably the size of one of her legs.
She had punched him in the balls twice, correct?
Yeah, but he's the Hulk. I guess you could say like, that would just.
I don't care on principle. I'm not smashing her.
But it's just like
if she punches me in the balls twice.
You're not looking at this the right way. He won in the end. That's what you're not realizing.
He won?
He really won. He really won the fight. Well, because he banged her.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not. If this girl punches me in the nuts, I don't want that.
First of all, what was the point of establishing how? This is what bothers me. What was the point of establishing how powerful she is if that's what she has to resort to win? Like the mental gymnastics here. I'm not. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Was Power Princess ever in the main Marvel universe?
Like, how many people have you seen Superman beat by punching them in the balls? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Oh, wait. She was a character that existed before the Gary Frank. So she is a character that exists in the Marvel universe. Is she still alive?
Yeah, she is. She is actually listed on in the official Marvel literature as a pastiche, which is a very polite way of saying a blatant ripoff of Wonder Woman. There's literally no distinguishable characteristics between the two. And quite frankly, I would have no idea who the fuck she was if she didn't get naked in superpower or whatever, supreme power, whatever the fuck it's called.
I mean, that's way less generic. Like, her costume sucks.
Yeah, dude, listen, I don't want to hear all you fucking nerds that keep defending Dr. Manhattan having his dick out all the time have a problem with this, okay? Because if you guys are really
gotta be consistent,
all about like women's empowerment or whatever, there's no reason why this lovely woman shouldn't have her bush out in broad daylight for no reason. Soaking up the rain.
There's so many. Yeah, you don't get to like. Isn't it? It's also fucking weird how it's like, why is Red Sonja like a considered pervy book, but then Conan isn't? You know what I mean? Like Conan wears less clothing.
Here's what I'm getting at though. I'm not debating. You see, unlike these pretentious Watchmen fans, I'm not arguing.
Bobby, I just want to say I love your hatred of Watchmen.
This is. I'm not debating that this is some sort of like high art with some sort of hidden meaning. Like, oh, she's really showing how empowered she is, or like she's really a god or whatever. No, it's smut, and I'm not debating that at all. That's what it is. I mean, it's just like Dr. Manhattan. It's a joke. I mean, he's got his blue dick out. I mean. This should be considered.
This
comedy.
is literally Wonder Woman.
I thought
this
you
is
were
literally.
I thought you bring up Dr. Manhattan's dick. I'm like, Vaughn, no, wait.
This is like just add this. This is basically the W.
It is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
By the way, this is.
Look at this.
Archer.
And look, I love Wonder Woman. I love her costume.
By the way, this is like my.
This is a carbon copy.
This is my favorite like female physique where she's like toned and like, but not like guy looking, but she's still like fucking stacked, in the right ways.
Like Wonder Woman and She-Hulk.
Exactly. No, she's indistinguishable from Wonder Woman. You cannot tell me these are two different characters.
She's even on. This looks like Amazon architecture behind her. She's got the sword. She has this exact how this character needs to get killed off.
All right, I won't go that far, but yes, everyone, I recommend Supreme Power.
Look at this.
Read Supreme Power for the foot. Well, look, if you make that her permanent costume, her being naked in Supreme Power,
it's
totally
distinct.
It makes it totally distinct. It makes it totally distinguishable.
Oh, this is Gary Frank art, right? I can tell.
No, I wouldn't look.
I would take a Gary Frank. I'm not looking that up on the stream. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't look up specifically Gary Frank. In fact,
are you sure this might Gary be Frank. This looks like Gary Frank.
It's not. It's not. I don't think it is. In fact, I don't think it may be risky even looking up Power Princess, honestly, because that's like the most popular work she's been in, which tells you a lot.
Is that about the character? Yeah, that she has to be completely naked for 10 issues to be.
It might have been more than that.
That's incredible. Yeah. Is the story any good?
It's pretty good. Listen. This may be coming off as a pet peeve, but it has the lore.
Right.
It has the lowercase writing. What are you going off for?
No, because it didn't give me the Wonder Woman I wanted.
It has the lowercase writing in it, which is annoying. The lowercase comic book lettering, which is very annoying. That already takes a couple points off.
This Terry Dodson draws, I think, my favorite Wonder Woman. Like this, I love, and he's a nice guy too.
Ed Benes draws the best Wonder Woman.
You think so?
I'm sorry, George Perez. I'm sorry, fucking
Terry Dodson.
Oh,
this is David Finch too. This is David Finch.
David Finch draws. These are all in the conversation, but I firmly believe Ed Benes draws the best Wonder Woman.
I love. He was doing. I remember people got mad in class. There was this book that he was going to do called Mina and Ariel, and it looked great because Ed Benes knows what he's doing.
There's one where she gets caught by like some. Look at the first one. The first picture.
This one.
See, yeah.
I don't know if it's better than Terry Dodson's though.
Well, then you have poor taste.
No, I think Terry Dodson's face is like his face for Wonder Woman is more distinct.
Well, that's not a good example. There's just
even this one too. I'm sorry, I don't think he gives Wonder Woman the grace that like.
The grace.
Yes.
This isn't all right. You keep picking the bad examples. There's one where she like gets caught by like.
I just looked at Wonder Woman Ed Baines. It's not my fault that you don't like.
Is it Baines or Benes?
Is it?
I've always been saying Benes.
Is it Baines or Benes? Could be Benes.
I've been saying Benes. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else then. Honestly, I've been going around my life living it, thinking Ed Benes. But that's what I had been thinking, that this was the best Wonder Woman. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You see, Vaughn, I'm open to being wrong. Being
Yeah.
wrong is a part of life. We're all wrong at certain points.
Let's
What are
see.
you laughing for over there?
Over there? Would you rather me laugh somewhere else?
Over there? Yeah, like away from me.
What do you
Right
think
on
of
here.
this? Like this?
That's
the,
Nicola
like-
Scott. I don't really like it. She does good work, but that image has been reprinted a lot, and I just don't. I think that's a free
This
comic
one
book
is one of the best Wonder Woman covers ever.
Oh, you know who does a great? Actually, you know what? Try Adam Hughes. That might be who I'm confusing Ed Benez with.
You think
Adam
Adam Hughes has a better?
Someone I know does, because I remember having this discussion with someone where it was considered a hot take that Terry Dodson. Yeah, I think this is who I'm thinking of.
It's
Come
good,
on, dude.
but
Oh,
Terry
please.
Dodson's is better. Are you looking at
That's
me? Hold
Wonder
on, you
Woman
got.
right there. That's Wonder Woman right there.
I agree, but I'm partial to Terry Dodson's. What can I say?
No, you're
Maybe it's because
you're
I read
partial.
that run he did,
You're
which
partial to a bad
admittedly,
opinion.
like, here's the thing, like, so he did the who the fuck wrote Wonder Woman before? So I read Gail Simone's
Greg
run.
Rucka
Gail
had the
Simone-
longest one.
Yeah, Gail Simone's I read, which her run, it's come when I think about it, because I read that whole series. Honestly, I don't think she wrote any of my favorite issues. I think my favorite issues were the earlier ones.
Wow, that's a hot take. That's such a hot take. Not liking something she wrote. What a fucking.
Well, I'm not saying I
Incredible.
disliked it, actually.
Sizzling.
I actually didn't dislike her.
Look at this. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman 3 gets canceled.
Yeah. I
Come
heard the
on, that's a
second one
great
was
one.
really bad.
I heard that too. I don't watch any of these movies. I'm gonna sound like a hipster, but I don't really like watching almost any comic book movie because 90% of them I don't like. And I
All
think
right,
they
you
do
know,
more harm than
Jim
good.
Lee's Wonder Woman is really good too.
Someone told me that Jim Lee does same face, and now I can't really unsee it.
Honestly, you know who told me that is
Was it Buzz?
hopefully no, it was actually.
But
Oh
Buzz
wait,
probably
who's
told-
this? Is this? Oh, this is Terry Dodson too. It's Terry Dodson too.
She looks a little manly there.
A little bit. I did
A
think
little
that.
manly. You could
But,
fucking cut a mirror on that jawline. You know what I'm saying? This is a good debate to have. What's the best artist that's done each character? You know, some of them
Yeah,
are
that's
easy.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
Some of them are easy. Some of
we
them
could-
we're gonna have a fight over.
All right, ready? Yeah, all right. So some of the easy ones. All right, so I'm sticking by Terry Dodson's best Wonder Woman.
I'm going Adam Hughes.
Although to be fair, I would be remiss.
What's an easy one? The easiest
I
one
would
has
be
got to be.
remiss because I need to read George Perez's Wonder Woman run. to
Oh,
be fair.
you know who does a phenomenal Wonder Woman? Brian Boland. Phenomenal fucking Wonder Woman.
John Byrne did it too, right?
John Byrne does everything well, except interact with others.
Why is he? Not,
Other than play nice with other people, he does everything well.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Him
this
and
is-
Chris Quinn. Him and Chris
This is one of my
Claremont,
favorites. One of my
This
favorite
one's good,
Wonder
too.
Woman covers. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
See, the face is kind of creepy here.
It's a creepy composition. I don't understand. Oh, you know what? You know what? This might be right on the border when he went digital.
Well, this is more recent. So yeah.
What do
This
you mean
is
by
7
more recent? It still has the
750.
fucking old DC logo.
No, this is an homage because it's Wonder Woman
Is
750.
it?
See, the
Oh,
90s
that's why.
cover.
Oh, that's
Don't-
why. Yeah, you're right then. Because
I know,
when
I'm
he-
right.
Apparently, so
I'm
a
right.
huge-
I'm correct, and you're wrong.
Okay, great. Congratulations. You flipped everything. So listen. Look at the one where she's deflecting the bullet.
Oh wait,
okay,
let me
never
go
mind.
back. Sorry. No.
So
which
look at
one?
the one where she's deflecting the bullet. So
That's great.
here's what happened. Apparently, I love Brian Boland. Apparently, his eyesight has been going very slowly the last few years, which is why if you look at his more recent covers he's done, they're not up to snuff. You can tell something's off, especially with the Joker ones he's been doing, like that magic. Like, first of all, doing the Joker face accurately is extremely hard because it's an anatomically incorrect face. You cannot
Mhm.
make the face Joker makes. A normal human can't. Like that, a normal person is not able to do that.
Right.
And he did it so effortlessly. Now he just doesn't have it. It's like seeing your old rock star that can't hit those same notes that they used to. It's kind of sad. But yeah, like this.
Oh,
What
this
the
is
fuck?
good. Oh wait,
I
no,
mean,
it's
this
not.
is good.
No, it's
What
not.
are you
Never
talking
mind.
about? Look at that Joker face. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, look at her face. It's like smushed up a bit too.
He
It
lost
looks like
his
he's gonna
touch.
eat her. It looks like he's gonna eat her. Anyway, yeah, no, I think what was I gonna say?
It's sad because he's one of my
Perez?
favorites. Yeah.
There's a great Wonder Woman.
Also, infamously slow. I also have as a slow artist, we all stick together. It's like bald people. They have like a fucking kinship that they're bald, and I have that
I
same
like David
kinship
Finch.
with guys like. Yeah,
Don't like this. Don't like this suit.
that
Wonder
outfit
Woman
sucks.
Sucks.
Ass. Sucks ass.
But anyway, back to the now I remember back to the Jim Lee thing. So Jim Lee, it was actually the head of Phenom Comics that mentioned that Jim Lee kind of gets he kind of does a lot of the same faces, and
So-
I do agree with that. They're all very good looking faces, though. Is the thing. They're very good looking faces.
This should be a good idea for a stream. The best character, every character that we give a shit about. Who's the best artist that did them? Whose artist's rendition of them is the best? And maybe we could start out with the easy ones where we're all going to be like Lobo. If anybody tells me someone did a better Lobo than Simon Bisley,
You're fucking wrong.
you are getting the shit slapped out of you. Okay, impossible. He is Lobo. It is impossible for a person that is the character verbatim. Like, come on, dude. Come on. That's him. You could just hear it. You can hear him talking.
I need to meet him.
Me too.
Well, I
How's
need
it
to.
going?
Well, I met him technically, but like I need to actually like.
The main man is here.
I love Bisley's art, dude, and especially after hearing about him as a person, like
He is Lobo. Like he who else draws a dick on Kevin Eastman's face because he passed out next to him? He made the unfortunate mistake of passing out right next to Simon Bisley on a flight. Like, and he's just like, what the hell? I'll just draw a dick on his face.
all right. So for Power Girl, for me, no contest. Amanda Connor.
Why don't you look up Wally
No
Wood's Power Girl?
contest.
Look up the OG. Yeah,
Bollywood.
be careful. You may get some Rule 34.
No, I've done that on
Okay.
stream before, I guess. Yep. Like
Yeah,
this
the
one.
OG.
Oh no, is this? This
No,
is
no,
the
that's
other- no, that's
It's the
Jake
fourth one.
Giordano.
Fourth one.
Yeah, I know. It's good. I think Amanda
Yeah, I think
Connor
you're right, though.
perfected it though.
I think you're right,
Amanda
though.
Connor. Oh, Ed Baines does a good one too, but it's not as good as Amanda Connor's. I'm sorry, Amanda Connor.
Dude, I love her. I love her outfit. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Her
Because
outfit's
anyone who
great.
says this is Amanda too. This is Amanda Connor.
Shoe store, and then we're gonna have a debate
Bobby,
about why.
you would love that Power Girl run. Knowing you, it's 12 issues.
And what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Knowing me, why is it just constant boobs
Yes.
everywhere?
And
All right.
it's one of the running. It's very self-aware. Like Justin Gray was on my show talking about it, how DC was like, she just lost her universe, which is a valid reason for her to be upset. But they wanted to make her upset. And he was like, no, like this is Power Girl. Like people come for fun. And so the
Well, you
whole
know
run,
what?
it's like every time she saves someone, they're like hitting on her. It's really funny.
Well, Lauren, I think you've
Shit.
correctly judged me. You've judged me
Shit.
aptly.
Oh shit! I didn't realize there was an SFW1 that was on the screen. It's fine.
Was
though.
there?
You guys-
Oh,
yeah.
hold on 1 second. Let me go back on YouTube and rewind. keep talking. Keep bullshitting amongst yourselves.
All right, no, ready? So Wonder Girl, I'm gonna have to go George Perez.
Yeah, okay, that's great. I don't give a shit. I'm focused on something else now. Hold on.
What do you mean? You can go back later, you fucking idiot. We're hanging out.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. Well, dude,
Wonder
hold on.
Woman's George Perez's Wonder Woman is great.
Who
too,
created the 4 boob window for Sue Storm? Because that's my pick for her.
though.
That's my pick. Whoever the fuck did that. I love that.
You're
I
the
love that.
only-
I
you're
love
the
that some people, dude. No, there are people that love it. I'm telling you, it has its fans, dude.
Oh, it's Sue Storm.
Fantastic. Just do Sue Storm 90s costume. Yeah, there you go. First fucking result. The AI be listening to us. Yeah, son.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Well, Bobby is the biggest defender of this outfit.
I am. And if you don't like it, you can you know, suck a fat one.
I just
guess.
don't think this like fits the character.
It doesn't at all. And I'm in full agreement of that. I don't care though. That's the thing. First of all, she's invisible. She turns invisible half the time. What does it really make a difference what she's wearing? I mean, honestly. I mean, think about it.
No, I mean, I guess not. But I don't know, man. She just seems she's like the 50s, like the 60s trad housewife. Like I just don't
know. Well, you know, listen, the 60s housewife has a baddie side to her too.
Which I can't imagine. They must be ruining that character now too. They're like, this is problematic.
And honestly, dude, you know what's funny is I think literally right when that costume debuted, she was supposedly grieving. I think they killed off Reed Richards briefly, so she was supposed to be a widow and grieving, and she's just like in the skimpiest fucking costume. They're just come on, dude. You gotta love the fucking 90s. Come on.
Why are they doing? What do you think? Thoughts on Reed Richards having a beard in the current comics?
It's stupid, and he looks.
Well,
like,
you know, it kind of looks like Jack
Jim
Murphy.
Halpert. No, he looks like fucking. He looks like fucking Jim Halpert, like right there. That's him right there, Jim Halpert.
Well, you know why? Because that's literally Jim Halpert. That's the actor.
It's so stupid. Why did they make him Jim Halpert? Oh yeah, did you hear about
John Krasinski's a great actor? Oh, dude, you know what this looks like?
Some guy asked.
No, hang on.
Stan
You
Lee,
know who Jack Murphy is?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Hang on.
Some guy asked.
Hang on. He's got the cuck beard. He's got the cuck beard.
Oh my god. It's not as long though.
Dude, I love that every time.
What's this shit with the rainbow? What's that?
Where?
What's that?
Where?
King and wait, go down. Oh no, never mind. It's just how dude, the way the thumbnail was arranged, it looked like a rainbow. It was weird. No, what I was gonna say was, somebody asked Stan Lee once if Reed Richards' dick stretches like the rest of his appendages, and he's like, "Sure, why not?" And they're like, "Okay, it's canon now."
What is
it? Makes sense.
Yeah.
His cock stretches as much as his arms.
Who asked that?
Some random guy he's like this up and coming journalist, and this is literally like the first he gets an interview with Stan Lee. Is literally like the first thing he asked him.
Well, I mean, let's pretend. Like, I mean, they've thought about this.
Mr. Lee, why does...
There's no fucking way you create Mr. Fantastic, and even if you're creating it with the intent of kids, you don't, as a man, you don't think about that. You know what I mean?
Excelsior, of course his dick stretches. The thing's cock is made out of stone, too.
Jack, do you think Jack Kirby, because he probably would agree, but do you think he would have said it if he was asked? He would have totally been like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Jack Kirby's down to earth, dude.
I mean, honestly, the beard looks kind of good here.
Looks like ass. Why, dude? Why does he look like a fucking? He looks like a Soviet scientist or some shit here. What is this?
This is Igor Krakowski. Is that close enough to Russian? I don't know.
This looks like shit. He shouldn't have a beard. It's stupid. He should be a very clean cut, whatever. Just like his wife Sue Storm. It's a very clean cut.
Everyone just keeps talking. Oh, be careful when you look at this. Like everything. Do you think that?
Yeah. We don't trust you, Juan. Listen.
No one trusts me.
Here's the thing, Juan. Just like Reed Richards is the clean cut, all American '50s man of the household, the guy that comes home after a long 9 to 5, puts a pipe in his hand and reads the fucking Sunday night paper or whatever bullshit. You know, Sue Storm is the clean cut American housewife, has the fucking blonde bob of hair and also wears, half naked outfits with a giant 4 boob window on them. And that's just the way things are. And they have a dog that's made out of rocks called The Thing that has a giant ass dick. It's also
I thought you were talking. I thought that was an actual rock dog. I was like,
and they also, and then they have like this, I guess, adopted son that could, turn himself on fire sometimes.
I don't think adopted. It's literally just like
he's one of them. I know, but now I'm trying to make the whole 50s.
It doesn't work.
Americana.
They have actual children.
And beats his wife for not having dinner ready. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Exactly. That meme has been going.
She's more powerful than him, if we're being honest.
Than Reed?
Yes, Reed is stretches. So. That's it.
Yeah, but his dick can stretch too.
She can like move shit by creating like she.
What? His dick can stretch too. Like, you understand how much power that gives a man?
It means nothing if she has a force field up.
He could do the helicopter move within like a 40-foot radius. Like he could create literal crop circles with his cock. I mean, think about it. In the ground. Is those alien crop circles? No, it's Reed. He's walking around naked again.
You've got to look at the image of FF cartoon. Well, see, am I gonna get Rule 34? All right, but they got shrunk. Find image when the thing went to the bathroom. His toilet is rock crusher, and there's bits of rock around the bullshit.
He shits rock too.
Hang on. What do I search that's so specific?
Is the things digest? Because I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Can you condense that into less words for me to do an actual Google search? Because I can't look up FF cartoon when they got shrunk. Find it. All right.
Listen, this is the beauty. The beauty and the curse of comics is you're never going to be able to read everything, but at the same time, you'll never run out of things to read, right?
Yep.
So, I'm not really a huge FF guy. I kind of want to be, but
yeah, I want to be too. I'm not either.
But what I don't know is the things digestible.
Well, this was a tragedy too. They shrunk Tifa's incredible breasts. It was very upsetting. Anyway, never mind. All right, wait, hang on.
Who do we have to kill, Vaughn? What? who do we have to string up?
Well, they had an ethics team. Anyway, they had a school cartoon shrink. They shrink, you said.
I don't understand. They're all about women empowerment. There's nothing more womanly than boobs. It's like...
All right, anyway, is it this the one? Is this the one where they shrink? What are you talking about? There's multiple.
Isn't that a genre of porn? Isn't that a genre of porn where people like to imagine when they get shrunk down really small and get stepped on?
Probably.
Or shit.
Wait, which one are you talking about, man? I had a pic of it. It was hilarious. That's not helpful. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it.
Dude, what's that picture of them standing in front of a giant penny? What the fuck is that? 1, 2, 3, 4th row. Yeah, what the fuck is that? 9. Man, they'll get this trash away from me. I don't want to look at this trash, this garbage, this non-boob window garbage. No time for that.
Wait, what is this? Oh, this is based. Wait, let's see. The Redditors complaining about it. Sue Storm was a string violet, even though she could choke off anyone's ass. That's why we like her. All right,
that's why she had the boob stuff.
No, you can't keep bringing it back to that. That's not even relevant.
It's a bit, one. It's a bit.
All right, yeah. It looks as though I'll just be going along for the ride. I'm not sure how I can help.
Oh, I know. Oh, I have an idea.
Shut the fuck up. A pretty young lady can always be of help just by keeping the men's morale up.
See, this guy has the right idea. How do you get the morale up? How do you get the morale up, one? Go ahead. How does the morale go up?
Oh my god. I'm gonna start deleting not necessarily because just in general streams because
what?
Just because I'm running out of space. It was entirely unrelated. Not everything revolves around you. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These costumes that are mostly white, these are ugly.
Yeah. You can tell. Look at this modern garbage covered from head to toe in spandex. Wow.
Dude, what are you talking about?
No skin.
It's the 60s.
I'm talking about the last one you showed.
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. This covers the same amount of body.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't want you.
Look at the thick underwear on both of these.
Man, what the fuck?
Oh,
hey, see, look, that's his dick right there. That's stretching.
Oh, every time Stanley can't get any. Listen to this. Oh, dude, you notice how all the people bitching are always fucking Redditors? Look at this. Redditors. They're always Do these people even like comics?
Man, fuck Reddit.
Comic book subreddit is the worst. If any of you use comic book subreddit, stop. It will actually make you learn less about comics. These people have no. Every time I think Stan Lee can't get any more effective,
here we go.
Around, he's deprived of me again. All right, shut
up. Oh! I got a good one. For you. Google this. I'm not gonna let you down, Vaughn. Type in Iron Man. Oh wait, I actually may not want to Google this.
What do you?
So in the 60s, let me before you Google, let me explain. In the 60s, there was an expression called the straight truth, right? There was an expression that referred to the straight truth. If you wanted to shoot someone the straight truth, the real facts, you said, man, you give him the hard dick.
What?
That's literally the expression. Before in the 60s, hard dick means what it means now, where it's like so there's a panel on an Avengers Con from the 60s where Cap is telling Iron Man that he gave him the hard dick or something like that. I swear to God, it's totally legit. It's a real fucking thing. It's not like fanfic or anything. No one on the internet really reads comics. I don't know. I'd be very careful looking up hard dick and Iron Man and Cap.
That's why I'm looking up just out of context.
There it is.
Wait,
Here it is. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Go down. Right. Down. Right there.
Here it is. So, Booty, maybe what you need is some solid dick.
Solid dick. That was not hard dick. Solid dick.
Or I'm just gonna tweet this image.
Maybe I do, Shellhead. I do.
I'm just tweeting this without any context.
The first one is Spider-Man's asshole getting blasted. Is funny though.
Wait, comics out of that could be a fun. Let's just do that. Comics out of context. All right, ready?
Man, fuck Reddit. I hate Reddit.
I hate Reddit.
It's a bullshit site. Their humor is horrible.
Television screen. Let's see what goes on in this world of the future. Okay, well that you could pair up with anything, but on its own, it's not really funny. Robin, thanks. My knees are still wobbling.
Oh no!
Oh, this one's great. This is Steve Ditko.
Oh shit!
There must have. I remember reading this issue. Something must have spilled in there inside Peter's room. It's seeping out underneath his door. If you bring it up, oh dear! As soon as I touched it, look what happened. It got all sticky.
Oh no! 60s. Oh my God! What's that one with her getting shot in the eye? What is that? What is that?
I'll never dare show my face in town again.
Can you imagine that? You have like a head.
What's
you have
this?
like a bounty
His
on you.
muscle bunching from the strain. The Batman draws his arm tighter until he feels the body go limp beneath him. That's not bad.
That's kind of cool, actually. Batman choking out a tiger. That's fucking
That
badass.
one's like. Oh wait, what is this?
Is Reddit gonna have a problem with that too?
Let me get out of that. No, only when it's women they're simping for, I think.
Bro, Spider-Man. I mean, what was it?
What is this one? My name is Pete, but can you still keep calling me Spider because it actually makes me sound cool, like a super cool bike? That's cringe.
That a Redditor wrote that. Low key.
All right. The telephone pole is my only hope. That was okay.
There's a comic
Tell us
book.
about your hammer, Thor.
There's a comic book cover. I think it's called The Rifleman or something, where it's like some guy holding a log, like right near somebody else's junk, and it looks like he's holding his cock. It's really, really, really weird.
Ouch! You bit me.
The fuck?
Oh, this one's great. This one's great. And the Joker's next newest boner was followed by the learned action of Batman and Robin. Boner? What did boner meant something?
Honestly, if you read the Batman comics from the time, the 60s TV show is not far off. People bitch about it all the time, but I could totally picture Cesar Romero saying this shit. Although, honestly, maybe this came out after the fucking...
I'm going to ignore you.
What the fuck? Why is he dressed like Pancho Villa over here?
I don't know, but I'm sure Redditors are really upset about this. You know who I'm sure isn't upset about this? Mexicans. Let's see. Okay. Yeah.
Talk about boners and solid dicks here. This is a quality stream, people.
Yeah, wait. Sir, what was it? I've been thinking a lot about nothing.
The fuck?
I don't know.
You want to come explain yourself? Explain yourself, Telebub. Explain this nothing you speak of.
Okay. What is this? Superman is no despot. He's literally sitting on a throne. It's a chair. Literally. Oh, this is from the Injustice comics.
Oh, is that Injustice or DK3? Which I never read, by the way. I read parts of, and it was like, man, why couldn't they have stopped at one? I know they drove a Biggs truck to Frank Miller's house, but still.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's it. Like Frank, we know
It is kind of big dick, like it is a big dick move how he did that though, because people always bitch about how DK2 is like the worst Batman comic ever. He didn't want to do it, is what people keep forgetting. He under no circumstances wanted to do it, and then finally they made it such insanely stupid.
Can you do a sequel to the last Batman story? He's like, what? No, it's the last Batman story. Like, why?
So keep in mind, this was like 2001 or something. I think it was like up to $2,000 a page. I'm not bullshitting you. Maybe $3,000 a page. A page, right? Which is an insane amount. And I don't think anybody's even gotten close to getting that. Well, maybe in the Image days they were getting that, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, actually, maybe not, because it wasn't Plaque getting 40K an issue, so 40K divided. Yeah, so it's probably still the most. So, anyway, keep in mind, so he got paid the insane amount, so he's like, all right, you know what? Fine, you're forcing me to do this. You want this so bad, you're going to pay me so much money for this. I'll give you it, all right? You know, you're going to get you're going to get it.
Roscoe said 5K per page for DK2, source Andy Kubert. I believe Andy Kubert.
I think Alec told us that too, Travko. I'm sure you're familiar with Alec from the school. I remember
boner equals fool. Is that what it means? Dude, I'm going to start calling people boners.
Boner. You're a fucking boner.
Oh, you boner. You fool. You boner.
Boner.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What is this? Let me give you a ride. Just a sec. Oh, this is... Oh.
I can tell it's going to be... Wait, what?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Oracle? Oracle's eating out her own pussy? What is this?
I don't know. That's Stephanie Brown.
Oh. I was like, wow, that's some Inception shit. You're giving yourself head?
Dude, you have like a time machine and you go back in time. And, like,
I don't want to do that. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
I don't either would I. Without my power ring, I'm super powerless except from the waist down. Let's see, what is this?
Yeah, no, Travko. Alex the man. Based. Very based individual.
How'd you get so hard so suddenly? Is this a trick or what? What do you think about that? Do you think
is that the one where they fought?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the time that Venom beat the shit out of Superman? You ever see that? That's weird.
No, what? Now that we've got you, now thanks to you, we've captured him. If you remove his outer clothing, you'll be in for playing as a prize.
Bro, listen, I'll never watch Endgame, but the meme where how the movie ends is Ant-Man going up Thanos' ass and expanding and killing him. That's one of my favorite memes ever. I have like 50 of those memes stuck in my phone. There's like a fucking Venn diagram. There's two purple circles of a Venn diagram, and you just see like a picture of Ant-Man in the middle of the two purple circles. It says Thanos' left ass cheek and Thanos' right ass cheek.
Dude, imagine like I get Jim Starlin on, I ask him like the stupidest fucking question. Like, do you think, in your opinion, as the man who created Thanos, that Ant-Man would be able to defeat? What would happen if Ant-Man were to go up Thanos' ass? Do you think he could defeat him?
I had an idea for a story, right? Like where he, the whole story is this. The story begins with, that's how saga ends. Ant-Man does it. He kills Thanos, but he gets insane PTSD from having to go up Thanos' ass. We chronicle his arduous therapy and like just the whole mending he has to do of himself, because I'm talking, there's a lot of shots of him in the Starbucks on a rainy day, just looking out his window, crying himself to sleep. Literally, this man is in fucking shambles because he had to go up Thanos' ass. And then I have something happens with Doctor Strange, some bullshit, and it basically they're set back in time to right before he goes up Thanos' ass, but he somehow retains his knowledge of the future when everybody else doesn't. So he's basically posed with the option: do I save the Earth and put myself through all that torment once again, And you know what he does? He goes up Thanos' ass again because that's
right.
that's what a hero does.
That's what a hero does. Yeah.
His ass a second time. It's just funny because it's such a dour take on such a utterly stupid subject matter of going up a character's ass in order to kill them.
What do you think of this, Bobby?
Yes. What about it?
Tiger, do you have to do that here?
What? She's rubbing one out. What is she doing?
Well,
now?
I probably not in the actual comic, but just that panel out of context makes it.
It would be funny if it's literally exactly what you think in some of these.
Yeah. Well, kind of like the John, or for example, there's no, when you analyze it, the idea that Dark Phoenix crushes Colossus' nuts, Dark Phoenix, like that's irrefutable, especially because Buzz said that John Byrne told him.
There's gonna be some nerd that's gonna be like, well, blah blah blah, and fucking, Stan Lee in an interview with CBR never mentioned Colossus' nuts or whatever.
Even
he
though
definitely did.
John Byrne, yeah.
He definitely did.
Who cares what people think anyway? That's just the trouble. I care. Everyone flips over the FF. Oh, this is Ditko, by the way. They think Daredevil's the coolest. Captain America turns him on. And just Spider-Man and Freeze.
Yeah, but turn on wasn't necessarily always
That
used in
one's not
sexual
that bad.
context.
Yeah, that one's not that bad.
There's no flaw
Base
with Steve
Daredevil?
Ditko. Oh yeah,
Why
this
don't
shit.
This is, I think, before Frank Miller. This was before Frank Miller. Dude,
There's
70s Black Widow is the best. The best look that character's ever had.
There was some context to this. I forget what it was. I forget why he did it.
To be the most gorgeous at the party. You male chauvinist. I said, move it, darling. See, they were a good couple.
That's so funny.
That's 70s. I hate
That 70s Daredevil.
I hate, or I don't hate, but I don't like.
I hate.
It shows up later in the Frank Miller run. I don't like 80s Black Widow. Don't like her.
Is that the one? Did you ever see the time she got choked out by Bullseye with a fucking hairdryer?
That was Frank Miller.
That was pretty much. I think she still had the same outfit though.
That was
I had that cover.
70s one. That was the 70s one that I'm talking about. That was.
Technically, his run started in '79. So
that's what I'm saying.
If we're being technical, it still was the 70s.
I'm saying that too. I'm not. That is the 70s outfit.
That issue might have been in the 70s too.
I'm saying that.
Are you? Are you sure you're saying that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's be clear here. Let's all three of us be clear.
Three of us?
Me, you, and
the audience.
You
guys all count as one.
The floating visage of Ty Cobb. I'm starting to see in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, no, Black Widow. The
fucking Wario apparition from
from
Super Mario 64. Vaughn, are you invested in Super Mario 64?
Like this, I love this outfit. Great for the character.
It's a good outfit. She doesn't look very Russian though. She just looks very
What do you mean?
I don't know. She just looks like a regular
Russian. This is like a Russian face.
Yeah, that one they got it. That last picture, not really. Like, there's just something striking about like if you ever look at Danger Girl, you ever read Danger Girl?
I haven't, but we've talked about it. I haven't.
Look up. I think her name's Natalia, the Russian one. Like, she has a face on her that just screams Russian. That's none of them are. Just type in the Natalia or just Russian, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember her fucking name. Honestly.
Natalia, this one?
Yeah. Like you can just tell. Yeah.
These Russian girls, man.
You can hear her voice.
Russian girls are
fucking Ivan Drago.
J. Scott Campbell, dude.
J. Scott Campbell. He just wears camouflage pants everywhere.
Dude,
that would be funny. J. Scott Campbell.
What the hell is this? They were gonna make this is real?
Oh, thank God that didn't happen. That looks disgusting. What's that outfit? What the fuck is that outfit? Yeah, those Hulk movies were not good. They made 3 movies.
Oh, I love this cover.
They made 3 movies after the fucking show ended. Like, granted, the show wasn't like high fucking production quality, but was still good in my opinion. People think it's goofy. I don't think it was really goofy.
This is
except
Perez knows how to draw girls, dude.
He knew how to draw a lot of things. Ooh, who did that?
I don't know.
Best of Naturals. I agree.
Hold
Natasha?
on. No.
Oh, my bad. I have a one-track mind, Vaughn.
What?
Nothing. J. Scott Camel? Yeah, Gloominai brings up a good point. J. Scott Camel, like he's always, his fucking moose knuckles are always showing through his pants. J. Scott Camel.
So
J.
I don't
Scott
like
Camel,
this. I don't like. I like this cover.
Right,
I don't,
phenomenal
but
cover.
I do not like this look for Black Widow. I
So
don't like it.
apparently you could find it somewhere. There is there's actually, hold on, before I go off on my train of thought. That was a layout that he did because I was from the time where he basically just did layouts for Klaus. There's a design, I think. Yeah. Wait, go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth row on the last image. He did this fifth row. Keep going. That one, last row on that row that you're on now. No, the one above it. The last picture. Bro, am I speaking like the fucking last one? That's the first one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I actually like the sketch cover he did. He did basically like his own take on a Black Widow costume. And it's just a spider logo covering one tit and her other tit's just hanging out there. And it's like...
Well, that's what this one is. I don't like this one.
Yeah, but she's not wearing clothes in the other one. That makes it much better.
No, she is. She's just...
No, she's in the sketch. She's not.
Oh, is she not?
You could see her nipple and shit. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, well, I thought you could still often see it through skin tight clothing. Anyway,
they didn't do that in the 70s. You
this
no
one is
nipples in
great.
70s Marvel.
See this one's great.
Frank's got moves.
Oh, Frank Cho's great. No, I just don't like. Okay, this is the cover.
Frank
I love
Cho's?
this cover.
Frank Cho. We're just going to make every
I said
artist
Frank
section.
Cho. I didn't say Cho.
We have J. Scott Cameltoe and Frank Cho.
Oh my god, dude!
Just everyone's.
All right, so
Milf.
this,
Frank Milf.
Redditors are probably angry about this one too.
Frank Milfer.
Shut the fuck up. No, J. Scott. Or no. Now you threw me off. This one. This is a great cover. Like this is fucking like disturbing. Like Bobby, this is the villain triumphing. This is what a cover is. You like these kind of covers where the villain is like.
Exactly.
Now I bet Redditors are probably complaining like this is whatever.
It was very empowering.
I like that, it was weird at the end of Frank Miller's run. He starts doing these more minimalist.
You were like me. You had a massive heart on.
You had to call your doctor.
Up? You had to call your doctor.
I'm talking. All right. So towards the end of Frank Miller's run, I noticed he starts to have these more minimalist covers, and I actually really like them. Like even this one's pretty minimalist. This one is like very striking.
Agreed.
I like this one.
I'm a big simp for white covers, like the background where it's all white. I don't know if they're called. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a virgin cover, but is it called? There's got to be a term for that. Blank cover, white cover, some sort of term for that, where it's just mostly white in the background. I kind of like that. That's a thing he does that every so often, and you're right.
Right here, let me see if Daredevil 160. Let me see if we have any fucking Redditors complaining about it.
Did a Redditor shit in Vaughn's Cheers this morning? I get the hate, but Vaughn all over it. Listen, bro. Listen, Trav.
No, Trav, go on the comic book subreddit and look up anything you like, and I promise you there are people bitching about it.
Listen, Trav, bro.
Like everything.
It's an ungodly sight. It should be banished to another realm. It should have never been created, and it sucks in every conceivable fashion. Like I remember Vaughn posted something about the art contest, and people were like, "Fucking talking."
Oh, no, that one. No, they were cool in the Christian subreddit.
Yeah, they were kind of lame. Like they were cool, but like they were trying to be funny, and when they were trying to be funny, it was very, very cringe.
I love this cover.
I like it too. The ends.
Which of course is not, you know.
All right, what's your favorite cover of the Frank Miller run? Go right now. Maybe is there a picture? Is there a picture where they have every cover in one like place?
That's what I'm trying. That's why I'm going on Marvel Unlimited. Because I know on my Marvel Unlimited I can pull them up all up.
You
right
pay
now.
for fucking. You pay to read comics digitally.
Yeah.
You innocent child. You pay to read comics digitally.
They normally
Look
look
at this
better on Marvel Unlimited. No, but when they're not on Marvel Unlimited, then I use certain websites. But when they're on Marvel Unlimited, what is I
think I gotta-
Reddit for shit unless it's for some sluts. Cover browser website.
Relatable.
No, but that's
What's
one
a
of the
cover
things-
browser website? Can you use that site for like softcore pornography magazines? Oh, I'm gone, dude. I'm gone, bro.
Dude, this
Is there a cover browser site? Is that really a thing? I actually like that. I'm surprised people invested time in that.
No, but yeah, I still pay for Marvel Unlimited because I like that it has the feature where you can go into certain panels.
That's fucking
Also,
nice.
it's usually higher quality. Even read comics online. One thing that bothers me is that it's never quite right. You know what I mean? Like you always have to scroll and miss a bit of it.
Do not ever go on that read comic online too without ad blocker. That is like just sticking your face in a process.
I used to do that. It was a problem.
Oh yeah, you click one wrong thing, your computer has AIDS. That's it.
That's what I used to. That's the main reason I finally got ad blockers because if you watch something on, all right. So here we go.
You watch something on what, Vaughn? Keep going. What were we gonna say?
Like watch
What were
something
we watching?
illegally online.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant. All right. All right.
Yes.
It's all right, Vaughn. I got it.
Yes, it is.
It's clearly definitely what you meant.
Yes.
All right. No
That's a good
pushback.
whole cover. See, okay, so all these covers are all right. So let's see.
His earlier ones are not as fun as his later ones, honestly.
Well, this
Which is
one's
ironic.
great. No, this
I
one's
do
great.
love that one. 168 is one of my favorite ones.
160.
I remember my
160,
favorite. Oh yeah, 160. I'm sorry, I'm a little buzzed. here.
163. This one's great too.
My favorite. I have an LCS, but I have a really, really favorite spot I go to. It's really out in Long Island. It's called Tour Comics. It's a real dude. If you ever want to feel like you're in a comic book store from the 70s, come to this place with me one day. Like
I will.
it's just fucking wood paneling. It smells old. Like it really feel like you stepped in a fucking time machine. And the owner, I think his name is Darren. He really down to earth guy. He talked to you for hours, man. So I brought this issue there. And remember, this is when I fell in love with fucking Frank Miller. When I saw this cover, this fucking shocked me. It shocked everyone. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it was just so wild. He's like, you just didn't really see stuff like this on the cover. Like, he just thought it was so wild and far out. And he said it shook up everything. And he said he fell in love with him that day, right there when he saw this. And
Which cover was that?
the fucking one with the hair dryer, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it was so violent?
Yeah, I mean, dude, well, think about it. This is 1979, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of something as gruesome on a cover, like a woman getting strangled to death with a fucking hair dryer cord? Like, I mean, I other than like EC, I'll give you that. Since EC, between EC and this,
Which one is the CC? Is that Empire or what are they?
no, I'm talking about EC, like the horror comics, like
Oh, okay.
like.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's called
so-
EC. I wasn't sure if it's the
Yeah, those were in the early 50s. Since that, it's because like the one with the woman's head, where the guy's holding a woman's head, and you actually like it's very obvious he just chopped it off. Like from that to now to this cover, you're probably not gonna find anything close. But keep scrolling up because none of these are my
Hold on.
favorites. Other than
Hold on.
that,
Someone said, hey, good job on the comic Vaughn. Hope it turns out great. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've got a few things in the works, man. Yeah, Phil Russert has.
Beer from
writing
Draws.
something for Phil Russert. I need to also grab a Budweiser. I'm not liking this beer. I'm gonna go grab a Budweiser. So stare at some beautiful Frank Miller and keep talking for a second.
should I get another
Let me-
beer though?
If you want, well, this one I'm not even finished. I just don't like it, if I'm being honest.
What is it?
Just like hazy little thing. These aren't. I didn't even buy these. I think my sister.
Yeah,
bought
but
these.
what's the name of it though? I'm asking.
Hazy
Brian.
little thing IPA.
Oh, that's literally the name of the fucking. I was like, that's the most stupid name for beer I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, I didn't make it, man.
You could tell it's probably some hipster Brooklyn fucking bathtub brewed bullshit nonsense. Hazy little thing IPA. Oh, look, we have a beer. Remember when having a beer was an accomplishment? There was like fucking 10 to 15 to 20 beer brands, and that was it. There wasn't like 180 of them. It was bullshit. I mean, actually pissed. And plus, it's an IPA. Fuck IPAs. I don't know in the chat if you guys like IPAs, but yeah, exactly, Travco. Fucking IPAs suck ass. I tried it once. I never tried it again. It tastes like you're licking a fucking Duracell battery. It tastes horrible. I don't understand why people are so like obsessed with them. People got a hard on for IPAs. You go in the back to a bar and somebody says, you overhears you talking about IPAs and you don't like them. At least one guy's gonna get their shit in a knot because you talked about the IPAs. Man, fuck that. Get the beer from Jaws. I can't even pronounce it. Narragansett. Is that how you say it? Does anybody know how to pronounce this shit? Narragansett? Lager? I had like 3 or 4 of these. They're good shit. All these bitches be like microbrews. Shut the fuck up. You don't know, you hipster fuck. Drink a Mick Ultra and shut the fuck up. Yeah. You tell him, Travco. Tell him to shut the fuck up. Honestly, I'm pretty basic when it comes to beer, man. Like my Coors, like my Buds, like my Millers. I'm an American. I don't like none of this foreign nonsense. I don't like none of these foreign... like, ooh, fucking Pabst I like. It's not too many beer. Like, listen, as long as it's not an IPA, I love the fucking pumpkin beers in the fall. It's one of my favorite parts of the fall is just getting the pumpkin beer, man. It's good shit. And plus, you get the southern tier ones where it's like fucking 10% alcoholic volume. So, like, you have one of those and you're messed up. I hate hipsters because I always drank Pabst because it was cheap and I don't like beer. So it's whatever. And they went and made the shit cost more. Yeah, it's not like the best. I mean, it's not what I'd call like a fucking gourmet beer or anything like that, but I like it. I don't know. I like honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I really like the design of it. Like just the bottles of it. Like the beer's
all right, so we got these. I love these 2. These 3.
Still not his best. Still not his best to me.
No, hold on. We're going to keep going up. But like this one, the lightning striking. This one, bullseye with all the corpses.
You ever notice they misspell Electro on that cover?
What the hell? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
The Kingpin Must Die. I mean, this one, it doesn't like...
It's kind of hacky. It's kind of hacky,
is.
Honestly.
But it's better. It's more striking than these 2. This whole 3-issue arc is... I mean, this one... I like this one just because it has all 3 of them. But this one is more dynamic. You know what I mean? I love this one so much, man. I love this one. See, this is why he started getting more experimental, I feel. Like, this one is very experimental.
Dude, the one with the tombstones might be my favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's this one is just one of the most striking. It's one of the best depictions of grief.
Oh no, she's dead.
Yeah, and this it's just one of the best. It's one of the best depictions of grief I think ever in a comic book.
You're like the best depiction of grief. So just sitting here and be like, oh.
Well, I've tried to, see. So, what do you think about these 2? I think this one is kind of like okay. These ones, it's weird. So like he did this one is fairly minimalist, and then he had like 3 in a row that were super minimal. Even this one's kind of minimalist.
Well, there's no background in almost any of these. You notice that, right?
Any of them? I guess not.
No. I didn't even mean back to the beginning, but like, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
I
there's like
think-
no background in almost any of these.
So, in all honesty, and you might get mad, I think these ones are, even though this one, I think it works with the minimalist to an exception. These two, okay, so this one, I've actually seen this one being homaged. I don't think these are his best work, these two.
I like the No More Mr. Nice Guy one.
This one, I love that one. No, but these two are kind of weaker, in my opinion.
It's this Clint Eastwood phase of Daredevil.
What
Listen
do
to
you
your
think?
punk.
Would you agree
We'll
with
put
that,
this-
Bobby? That the one of him, although the one of him falling is better than this one. These two are kind of weaker, though.
I would absolutely agree, Vaughn. I don't think. Yeah, I think. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he was under some serious deadline crunch. He was already doing other stuff at the time.
This one
But,
is minimalist too, but it works super well. Travka
That's
mentioned this one. I love this one. I love this one. The Resurrection of Elektra.
I think 191's the one where he goes full Ronin.
This one is great, dude. I got Ronin recently because I want to read the new one that came out, so I haven't read Ronin yet.
I really don't want to read the new one. Like the Phil Tan is a fucking phenomenal artist. I got to talk to him for a bit. Phenomenal artist. Really nice guy too. Nothing against his art or anything like that, but it's just, and this pains me to say, as much as I love Frank Miller, he got me into this. His writing, his drawing has been going downhill for the last 20 years, but his writing is just bad too now. Like I read that DK3 book, not DK3, fucking Golden Child or whatever. It was literally unreadable. It might be one of the worst mainstream. It might be one of the worst mainstream comics I've ever read. That's saying a lot. Like it didn't make any sense. Yeah. The Joker's in it, which is like this is Dark Knight 4. He dies in part 3 of Dark Knight.
Oh wait, we're on 4?
Well, this is like it was like a tie-in to 3. It was like it's hard to describe. It's essentially Dark Knight 4.
Too much.
So listen to this. Joker's in it. They don't explain why he's alive, because Batman breaks his neck, and then Joker basically kills himself. So he's supposed to be dead. Why the fuck is he alive? And then him and Darkseid are running a political campaign or something. And
is this the one where it's like Orange Man Bad, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, is it going for political satire? And just the exposition, which has always been Frank Miller's strongest point, was his prose. The man writes the prose the best than anyone in comics. He could make like just some mundane activity sound beautiful.
Yeah, some of his best prose, I would say, is like honestly his Man Without Fear has some of the best prose he's ever done.
Absolutely, and
like the miniseries.
Right. And for whatever reason, he just totally lost that gift because, there's just like, I think because I don't know who it is. Is it Carrie Kelly? I forget who the fuck, because it's not Batman. It's like fucking Batgirl, Batwoman, some bullshit. I wasn't even fucking paying attention, honestly. Just skimming through it, realizing it, and I'm not buying this. Really? So she's like dropping down and she says, "This is dangerous. This is going to kill me. This is going to be great." And it's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? It's like a fucking 10-year-old wrote this. So, okay. Somebody check on Frank, please. What's going on here?
Okay, so I'll go through a couple of my favorites. I really like the majority of these, obviously. Love this one. Well, I'm going to try and remove myself from, because this is one of my favorite issues also, the last one.
Which one?
It ends on a very high note. This one.
191?
Yeah.
For cover, though.
It's good, but it's not one of the best ones.
If we're just going on cover.
Yeah, just going on cover.
Good options.
This one's great, too. I've seen this homaged a lot. Recently, I saw it homaged.
Literally all of these have been homaged, even the much more obscure ones.
This one I like, but it's not, it's not my... This one I like, but again, not as much as this one. This one I like more. All
The
right, so here's
179 is a great composition, but the only problem is like her face looks kind of rough. Like that is a fucking manly looking
very
woman.
Greek, very Greek though. The nose.
I don't
Although
think
her eyes are blue here, and they're always brown. I think, aren't they?
I don't know. She comes across as like foreign and like fucking dangerous. Before she didn't look like that. She looks off model. Is I guess the term I would be looking for. You know what I mean?
This cover is great too. Hands.
That's got an homage. I've seen that. Literally everything's got an homage because fucking nobody has any creativity anymore. So literally every cover that's come out between fucking the 50s and the 2000s has been fucking homaged.
There are so many of someone backed up against the wall with a shadow and something going after them. Like Days of Future Past did it. There's so many covers that have done it. I would probably do it at some point.
I would. So if we're going best cover, I guess the Tombstone one has got to be my pick because while everything else is great, that's just other level. Something about that that's so simple. You didn't have to write Elektra on it. Like we know who it is.
Yeah, I love that there's no last name either. It's just Elektra. No dates.
By the way, that name, you could tell Frank. Obviously, you could tell Frank Miller is not Greek because his last name is Miller. But I've never come across anyone with a name remotely sounding as Nachos.
Yeah,
it's stupid. It's got to be the most stupid sounding Greek name. It's like, oh, Frank Miller was eating like at Taco Bell or something. When he was trying to come up with a last name. Nachos.
No, I think that is a Greek last name, wasn't it? All right, fine. Electra Chrysophus. How's that?
Electra Christopher. It's all right.
Too close to home. So let's see. Okay. This is tough. I've seen a million of these. You know what I mean? Like, that one's not really. So this one I love. The lightning striking, which obviously he did again in Dark Knight Returns. If I were to say the Dark Knight Returns one, I think is better, but this one is still great.
Oh, that probably it's not even close. Dark Knight's so much better, but
this is up there.
If I ever jump off a building, that's the pose I'm gonna make.
Which one?
DK1.
Oh, this? Oh, the Dark Knight Returns. I thought
Dark Knight 1. We just like fucking riding the lightning. Like
this one. I have this one signed by Frank. N-Cloud.
Which one?
Jim Shooter.
Oh, that one? That's a great fucking cover, man.
The omnibus has this. That's great. Even this Punisher one is kicks ass.
He's just like, oh no, I got shot. I'm just picturing like that Super Mario when he accidentally steps on like a Goomba and he dies, like like that noise. Like that's what happens.
Travico says 167 gets his vote for worst. He hates this cover. I don't hate this cover. I think it's cool.
The original inks of this are online. The guy, remember I showed that on stream one time? I think it was Bob McLeod, maybe, or someone. They inked it. They got like $200, or maybe it was $50. It was some ridiculously low sum of money.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. 1 sec. Telbob says I've been writing a script for a short film. Any tips? Sorry, I know I'm talking. Telbob, I don't know if you know this. I majored in filmmaking, especially screenwriting, dude. I'd love to, take a look at your stuff, give some feedback.
Don't go on his couch.
I'm kidding.
Don't go on one's couch.
Sorry, Bobby. Here's an insult for you, asshole. A Greek, the other way of calling a character fugly.
From the way John spells his name, he sounds like an Irishman. So it takes two to tango, there, buddy.
Hey, I'm Irish.
All right. Well, point fucking stand.
Telbob says Daredevil was the best Catholic superhero, and that's why he's one of my favorites. It's fun. All right, so because people have, Nightcrawler's up there too. because there's characters that are like debatably Catholic. Like some people, like I know Chuck Dixon, I think thinks that he would say that Batman is Catholic. I know some people write Batman as Catholic, and then some people write him as. What do you don't think he's Catholic, Bobby?
I think Batman's an atheist, honestly, which pains
You
me to
think
say
he's
because atheists are the most annoying people on earth. Like seriously, they talk about how preachy everyone is and how religion has caused all the wars, not realize how preachy they are, and that how Pol Pot and Stalin were atheists and killed probably more people than the Crusades, you know. But so they're very annoying, and I hate to think of my hero Batman in that light. But
I don't think Batman's an atheist.
you don't think
No.
so? I think
No.
I don't know. I just don't see him as religious though. Like he
I don't
sounds
think
so
he's religious, but I don't think he's an atheist.
So you think he believes in like God and he's so wait, if
I
we're
think-
just defining atheism, it's just an abject
No,
Just
atheist
believe
is
in God.
specifically you do not believe in God. It's not a matter of you can be like somewhat like just not devout and still like I like
I
consider
see.
myself more
Okay.
spiritual, but I wouldn't say I'm not an
don't say
atheist.
don't say that because they're even worse than the atheists in terms of being annoying. I'm spiritual, but I'm not an atheist.
Okay.
Um
Batman
because
would Batman be agnostic? I think Batman's Christian.
you think so, really?
All right.
I mean, I'd
Yeah,
love for that to be true, but it's just I don't really
I think
get that vibe from him. Like, give me some evidence here, because I would sell me because I want to believe that. I want to believe that my biggest hero, also, is Christian. But I just don't see the evidence, man.
Oh wait, so hang on, tell me just back. We'll talk because I don't want to get too off topic. But message me, dude. I'd love to give you advice for writing a short film. Man. Happy to help you. More than happy to help you. I love working with films. And anyway, absolutely, we'll talk about it in depth. But so Travko said this reminds him of that one Neil Adams cover. I totally see it. Of
I
the
do,
Neil
too.
Adams Batman cover, totally. Okay.
And it's funny because he's far from the first
These
person
two-
to do that.
This one, honestly, looking at this more, I fucking love this cover.
It's great. It's great. The original art's up there too, and he did a phenomenal fucking job. It's all white out, I think, is the webs.
I gotta go with one of these three. I think this one's up there too, though. I love this one. This one, like, ugh, dude, I could do a top 10 list.
Travko saying Tom King wrote an issue where Batman stated he used to believe in God, but tragedies in life it stripped his faith. Well, here's the thing, though. Fuck Tom
All right,
King.
hang on.
I don't give a shit.
Tom King also made Batman like cry a lot, didn't he?
It was literally the worst run of Batman to hit God's green earth.
Well, I don't know if I'd.
No disrespect to Travko's opinion, but I do not value a single fucking thing Tom King has said about the character or written about the character. Other than that one issue where he beats Bane in a fight, he hasn't come close to writing anything remotely Batman. His whole run was a giant waste of time.
Batman run.
I've only read bits and pieces.
I've heard it gets worse as it goes on, but I know some people like. I've heard that like parts of it were very good. And parts of it were very bad.
The only part I really caught was
that as a whole, it's.
Well, here's the thing, because Lee Weeks did that 3-issue arc called Colder Days, where it's like a fucking ripoff of 12 Angry Men or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is just utter dog shit. But Neil Adams made it gorgeous. I mean, not Neil Adams. Lee Weeks made it gorgeous. So you kind of forget it, but it's so bad, the story, that even Lee Weeks' gorgeous art can't really take away from the fact that this makes no fucking sense what's going on. And it's just incredibly pretentious and dumb. So I don't like anything he's written. I don't consider him any sort of authority. And yeah, I think it was also boring too. Like, he tried to make him so non-Batman-like for some reason. It's like, look, again, with your whole Watchmen deconstruction. Oh, we have to get to the fucking, we have to make everyone literally the same. Nobody can be heroic. No one can be villainous. Everyone has to have shades of gray. Everyone's just a piece of shit, and we're just different values of shit. That whole bullshit, deconstructionist, fucking cultural Marxist bullshit. And it's just like, why? Why must we?
Batman really started strong, pretty quickly nosedive, and then when the non-wedding happened, it was they made like 50 covers for a fake out wedding, and that's not, to be fair, I don't know if that was Tom King's idea. That is like unbelievable that they did that. 50, and so a lot of the covers, okay, you might say a lot of them are great. That's not the point, though. You can't do 50 variant covers for a fake wedding. Are they married now, by the way? Did they end up actually?
Yeah, they eventually did. They have apparently got married in that 10-issue miniseries Batman Catwoman. That, by the way, I met Clayman. Phenomenal. He's a very nice guy. Phenomenal artist. He's probably one of the best younger artists out there. I don't even know how old is he. He could be like 50 years old. I wouldn't know. But he seemed like he was in his like late 20s, early 30s when I met him. So he's been wasted pretty badly for whatever reason. I guess because he's in spite of his work being horrible, Tom King is like or at least he was the big name in comics in terms of modern comics. You know what I mean? Like if you were going to name a big name that's like hasn't been from the past, you know what I'm trying to say? Like a name that's come up through the ranks recently. Unfortunately, he would be one of the big ones, right? I hate to say it, but his name is always on the biggest shit coming out. Now, again, that's not a good thing. But it's just I just assume that he's trying to hitch his wagon to the biggest thing possible. So he's sort of seeing it as an opportunity more than a creative decision, which I understand. But I also wish he would stop doing that because. Like Travko says in the chat right now, his art is very good, but he's never drawn anything anybody wants to read. It's usually because from what I heard, the Batman Catwoman miniseries was unreadable. Like it made no sense. It was unreadable.
Because I'll be honest, and this might be a controversial opinion, I have been in the Batman and Catwoman I want them to get married camp since I read Batman Hush.
No. That's not why it's not. Like the actual story makes no sense, is what I mean by unreadable. Like it's
like
totally
if anyone
all
other
over
than
the place.
Tom King wrote their wedding, and maybe he wrote it well, but it sounds like he didn't.
Like each issue, from what I understand, and I could be misunderstanding, but from what I understand, each issue goes back and forth through flashbacks, through dream sequence and montages. Like it just doesn't make sense. People are having a hard time understanding what the fuck's going on. Because there's so much all over the place-ness, if you want to call it that.
So back to this for a bit. I think I'm gonna go with.
Dude,
I think I'm gonna go with the same as you, honestly.
Like, listen, and that's a good choice. You're a very wise man, but
we've talked about this cover before, by the way. We have talked about this cover. Probably over a month ago.
Like the white one, fucking is so good, but it's so fucking good. It's one of my favorites, but there's just something that feels wrong about picking this is the best one.
I agree.
90% nothing cover.
It's a great cover, but it's just because the stop it, like it's so visceral. But
something pretentious. That would be a pretentious move if we did that.
Yeah, I agree. Now for the best Born Again cover. Well, so there's two that are like oddball issues that aren't either Born Again or part of his main run. These ones are good too. But I'm not going to pick these anyway, even if I were to. They're good.
Mazzucchelli.
Best Mazzucchelli.
The Pariah one's funny because it's obvious that he's about to get down with a fucking Salvation Army Santa because like just that little glimpse of the fucking sleeve, like it says a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think though. It's funny
I'm gonna go with good old this one, the American flag one.
The eyes are phenomenal on that.
And the fucking composition, the hint at one of the greatest splash pages in comic book history. I'm gonna say it. That
What's
is
this?
one of the. You don't know the one I'm talking about? It's in this issue.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Him before, just because I had already seen that image a bunch of times, but it was seeing it in the context of that like panels building up where it's like you see the thing after this many issues, right? No Daredevil. That power, like that is one of the most powerful moments in comic book history, I think. When you see Nuke turns around and you see like ping ping, you see the Billy Club bouncing off things. And it flies off, and he looks, and then it's him holding it. One of the most powerful moments in comic book history.
So, this is going to be the hottest take you're going to hear me say.
Okay.
I don't really like any of them per se. Like, it's not like the interiors. Some of the best shit I've ever seen that Mazzucchelli's done, but the physical, actual covers. Like, none of these I would say is like, whoa, holy shit. Like, some of them are good, but it's not like, I don't really think, like, any of these, would you consider any of these, like, iconic? Like, are these getting homaged as much as the Frank Miller ones? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
no, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like, the thing with the
this one, 227, although Trapko said this one's great, too.
It feels cliche though, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I had.
But what is cool about this? The way it's cracked.
Yeah, but how many times have you seen a face getting cracked on a cover? You know what
this
I'm saying?
One is great too. The Daredevil and the Target. This is like a better version of. And again,
I'd probably say that one honestly. I'm sorry.
The first one.
Yeah, I would probably say that one if you put a gun to my head because I am a sucker. There's two things I'm a sucker for in terms of covers. Obviously tits. But the totally blank background is one, right? I love that. I also love Target covers. Like you'll see these, like the one like first appearance of Punisher, where there's a Target on the cover. For whatever reason, I love that visual motif where it's just like a fucking like, oh shit, I'm gonna get shot at, son. Like
this
I love
that.
It's
a Target, but it's like close.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like it's
I know
actually
what you mean.
reticle, like the reticle.
You know what I love is the one where it's like the opening page. All right, I won't get in trouble if I just show like the opening page.
What are we showing? Porn?
And then the opening page of this one.
What do you mean you get in trouble? Why? I fucking went through a whole book the other day.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about, dude?
Ready? This right here. Love this opening page. Bam.
Oh!
Love this. See, this I think is one of the best. One of the best. Well, Klaus did the colors.
Did he?
Klaus finished.
I didn't remember that.
So this issue, Klaus did story and art, finished art. So I guess he did the breakdowns kind of, but I think he did more than breakdowns in this one.
I forget he's a colorist too, Klaus. That's fucking
Klaus
crazy, man.
Did the colors.
Pretty good one. Yeah, pretty good one at that. It was back when they did dyes and shit too.
So what do you think? Do you think? I guess I'd have to look at some of the original art, but how much of the original like art versus breakdowns do you think?
What issue is this? Depends.
181.
Oh,
like, does this look more like Klaus or Frank?
It still looks more like Frank. Like it does. It looks more like the Neil Adams-y. Like if it looks more like Neil Adams, then it's still Frank because Frank is still heavily. Like when did he start doing art and rhyme? 168, right?
I want to say one of the things I thought of when I read this is that it reminds me of I totally forgot about this, having Bullseye where they're letting him out to interview him. Reminds me so much of Dark Knight Returns. This is before Dark Knight Returns.
It is. It's true. He used a lot of those motifs several times. A lot. I'm gonna say it's still mostly Frank there. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember what issue, the one with the Black Widow splash, where you said you hated the design? Do you know what issue that's from? Because I remember that was used as an example of him doing mostly breakdowns, because he mostly did a breakdown of that.
Let me look it up.
See, Travko agrees with I think my Mazzucchelli take about the
Yeah, I
cover.
think so too. Yeah, I think that is what he's talking about.
Another wise man. Like they're not anybody that agrees with me is wise. Everybody that disagrees with me is unwise. It's how the world works. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I just don't think Black Widow works with like the bobby hair.
Listen, dude. If she walked around just with like like maybe you had like a utility belt, but like you just had like a spider on one tit and the other tit was just out, like that's overtaking for.
I don't think it's
window.
completely nude because that's what the costume was basically like.
Well, no. How Frank drew her on that sketch cover, she looks naked to me.
I don't
I'm
think
just
she
saying.
is though, because she thinks she's
man.
got a bit of the collar.
Yeah, but he's been known to draw a couple of diamond cutters at cons.
I've only read. Did you read any of the stuff in between Born Again and his main run?
I did.
I read a bit of. I read some of the Denny O'Neil stuff.
So I did actually. When I met Klaus, I got him to sign one. I think. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what issue this is. There's an issue he did the cover for. This is the one I got him to sign, where he's holding an axe Daredevil. He's just smiling real creepily. That one I got him to sign because I love that cover. That's a good example of simple but effective. It's like, and they did that trick.
I think
They did that trick so much with Daredevil. Now that I'm thinking about, how many covers have you seen him acting like a fucking like psychopath? Yeah, like how many times? Yeah, he's holding a gun. He's holding a meat cleaver. He's he's just smiling weird.
This one.
Yeah, that's why I got signed. Right between the legs, he wrote Klaus Janson. And interestingly enough, he fucked up the grass, and he did it such a good job that you don't even notice. Like, if you look at the grass is going sort of in the wrong direction. Like, it looks mostly like it's black grass. It looks mostly like it's black grass coming down on top of a green background.
Who did this? This is also in between. It was actually Denny O'Neil. Denny O'Neil and Larry Hama actually created.
It's El Bullseye.
They created, or was it? They created. What the fuck? She wasn't Lady Deathstroke yet, but whatever her real name was, she appeared in between this Daredevil page. I love this Daredevil page. Like, for the first time, that is like one of the best issue. Did I ever tell you the story Jim Shooter told me about the first time Frank Miller sent him a script?
You did several times. So many times. If you tell it again, I will get annoyed.
Okay, Jesus.
Because you saw it so many times. So many times you told us this.
All right, Jesus.
But chat, do you agree with me that one boob fucking Black Widow would be a great costume? And then if they were to do that, if Marvel would one day come to their senses and want to make money,
when they come to their senses,
that would probably overtake both Power Princess from Supreme Power and 4 boob window Sue Storm as the number one.
It's the great costume. It's a great costume that kills Widow of that era. That's the one I'm talking about. I hate the gray Black Widow costume. I hate
Listen,
it.
I agree. So get rid of all the gray parts. Just
well, you also have to change your stupid fucking bob hair.
That's true too.
That character.
She has like
that whole design. It looks like, and again, it doesn't matter because you know what's great about that one Daredevil cover where like she's holding him in the web. You barely see her, so you think, oh, she must be classic Black Widow. She must not have the worst cover ever, the worst costume ever, and then she does, but you don't see it on that cover. It's great. It's incredible. All right.
You know what her hair looks like? You know Dexter's mom from Dexter's Lab? That's literally her hair the second time.
Wait, Dexter's, I don't know if let's see. They immediately have the bending. Why are there all?
Oh shit, man! They really
do have
word hair. Oh my god!
She does have that hair.
Look at the second row. What the fuck is this?
We're getting out of here. All right, said, what's your opinion on black or white color comics? All right, this is going to be a sin, pun intended. I haven't read Sin City yet. I know I need to.
John makes a phenomenal point.
Because that's a costume that is all window. Yeah.
Like a booth window? Like it's just all window? That's a great way of putting it.
What's your opinion on black or white? I think both can be great. Like, for example, there's a reason manga is kicking ass. I'm not saying they wouldn't kick ass if they also were in color. They would certainly be more expensive if they were bigger size and more colorful. You know what I mean? But
let's also be clear: manga is kicking comics' ass because comics is like sort of like when Larry Holmes fought Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali was like, already started getting dementia, and he was like, slow, and like he couldn't barely put his hands up. That's the reason why manga is winning, because comics you're exactly fighting comics at their best, not fighting Claremont and Byrne, fucking X-Men and shit. You're fighting like
the weirdest X-Men. And a lot of people are.
Like, I'm
because Hickman is a very, objectively a very good writer. Apparently his Avengers and his Fantastic Four, his indie stuff is amazing. So, people were hyped to read his X-Men. And in my opinion, it's, a good story that just should not be X-Men. Anyway,
here's the thing.
Outside of that, but what's your opinion on black and white or color comics? Both can be great. Both can be great. There's not a... Bobby, would you ever do, a non-colored comic?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a really great. It sets a mood.
Why? Just curious. Why did you for Brutor? Why did you know 100% you wanted to color? Is that just always how you saw it?
Just because it's more of the norm. I mean, I sort of wanted to go for a '90s feel to it. The thing with colors is it accentuates, it finishes. You know what I mean? It's sort of like if you're going to be doing black and white, you really have to rely on composition and. It's hard to describe, but narratively, even though a lot of those Savage Sword Conan comics are black and white, I didn't really see Brutor as being a black and white story. It's hard to describe why, but I just knew immediately this is going to be a color comic.
And is this something you thought about?
No, I just from the beginning, it was just a given.
Yeah, right. That's how I felt about a lot of my stuff, honestly. I'd love to write a black and white thing. I just have to make sure I find if I'm or I'm convinced, that this is a black and white story. Also, to add to your point with the composition thing, as a filmmaker, that was one of the things we learned too. Is we were studying black and white films and the way they were lit with noir films, or if it's in black and white, you have to light the scenes differently. Generally, you can just make a movie black and white, but if you want to really make those beautiful noir films, you can just make a movie black and white, right? There's filters, you could do it, and it can look great. But if you want to really capitalize it in the shadows, you look at those old Humphrey Bogart kind of movies, or Casablanca, or you look at that, and you just the way they would use the shadows, and the way you have all those things, especially inkers, and makes me appreciate inkers more, right? If they're black and white, because you really see them bring that stuff out.
Well,
and again, this is my pedestrian opinion.
No, well, it's quite a well nuanced opinion, honestly, because Steranko said what you said verbatim. In fact, he studied all the noir films, Maltese Falcon, the fucking Casablanca, you name it. He watched them on loop, and that's where he got a lot of his ideas from, because just the composition gets so and basically, and he was I got to listen to him talk for a few hours. He did a seminar at Showboat and at one of the Garden State cons back in the day, 5-6 years ago, and I got to listen to him speak for a while. And just a lot of the shit he said pretty much all the stuff you said. I mean, he was pulling up panels from his pages, and there's one. I'm trying to remember what it's from. He did this insanely gorgeous splash where it was just the ceiling and it was like a really old antique ceiling. It was just like molded and shit, and like he drew every little detail of that, and that was where the focus was because the characters, like their head, because he did foreground, middle ground, background. It's a key element of making something pop out and be 3-dimensional. And basically, the way he lined it up was basically you saw all 3 characters coming toward you. Like he meticulously planned this out. He was explaining it, and it just fucking blew my mind as someone that really was just.
What comic was this?
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Jim Steranko is like one of those people you can just listen to for hours, though. You know, he's so great.
Oh, he's the best. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. Man, I'm gonna. That's all right. So I'll announce this here.
We're doing porn, people.
I'll announce this here, but we're still figuring out the exact details. But Bobby and we are definitely going to host at some point discussions on like comic books. Oh, I've announced it already, but just talk about it like probably weekly, maybe.
Do we get Dale?
We do monthly. Oh, I will get Dale Keown because I want to do. If I can do Hulk the End, I will get Dale Keown if I can. I haven't talked to him yet.
Bro, did you ask PTP? Just be like, listen, bro,
Yeah,
I need you to call your bro, and we have a bro congregation.
But yeah, so for some of those, I know Frank Miller's run will be probably spanning multiple. I'd say we take a month or however long and go through like bit by bit Frank Miller's run, like a reading club, like a comic book club, like podcasts almost. You know.
Well, I kind of like this dynamic because you do the good books, right? Well, you discuss the good books on your channel.
You discuss the bad books.
I discuss the absolute dog shit drivel.
The thing is, I do want to touch on some bad stuff. I honestly mostly avoid. Like, because here's the thing, I've tried, like, when people were praising some modern stuff, I've tried reading it, and I'm like, sometimes I'll read stuff that's great. Other times I won't. But, like, I generally try to avoid bad stuff. But I also admit, for shits and if any of you guys want to give me, like, entertainingly bad comics.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because
hit me up with those in the chat. That being said, I don't know if I would have to, if we get a group going, I would happily read Chuck Austin's X-Men run if other people suffer with me and we can go through it all. But I'm not reading that shit on my own. I'm just not. We have to carry the burden together.
I like doing single issues because I like scrolling through and breaking down each part of like what makes no sense. Like, for example, that stupid couple that runs the clothing shop at the end of the thing where she goes in literally just to why do we have to see that? Why couldn't we just assume like in the next panel where Hulk was wearing pants, maybe we could have like a price tag hanging off of it and we could just assume someone bought him pants. What was the point of showing her buying the pants? And then they come into the store, which is like the only thing that's not totally destroyed in the town. And it's like,
sorry, wait, I was just responding. I'm reading all of Claremont's run. I'm going to skip around. I'm not going to read all of X-Men. I'll read Age of Apocalypse, I'm sure. Maybe I'll read some of the early 90s stuff. I'll read Grant Morrison's run. I'll read Joss Whedon's run. But I'm not going to read, like, all of X-Men, no.
So I'm not a big fan of comic tropes, but he did a phenomenal video on Chuck Austin's run.
Yeah,
like, really did. If you want to learn about literally everything wrong, that and the Spider-Man Clone Saga, he did a really, really excellent summation of everything that went wrong.
He was very nice to me when I met him. I understand people out there, she's like, but that's fine. Oh, Age of Apocalypse? Yeah, I heard I've heard some people think it's like very like too much.
I want to read Onslaught. I want to read the whole.
Wait, that's where they merge like. It sounds like such a stupid, like overly 90s concept.
Well, dude, have you seen Onslaught? First of all, he's in probably my favorite arcade game ever, Marvel vs. Capcom. He's the big bad at the end because it came out like literally just as this arc was coming out, and it ended up being a giant. It is like a giant fucking flop. I would say in one word, flop. And dude, it sucks because he's so fun. I love his design. Like it's just if you made Magneto the most badass '90s villain you can make, that's what it looks like. His fucking bat wings and shit. He's huge.
You want my honest opinion? I think he looks fucking stupid.
I
think he looks so stupid.
How does he look stupid?
He's so over designed.
Man, listen, is the story horrible? Yes. Is Onslaught still cool?
He looks so cheap. He looks so tacky.
That's the point. His fucking name is Onslaught, dude.
He looks.
Who do you think we're talking about? Are we talking about a guy named like?
Dude, look at how Magneto is better. In every way.
I disagree.
You think this guy's better than Magneto?
Well, better how? Are we just? First of all, why are you forcing me into extremes here? I'm just saying I like how it looked. I thought it looked awesome. Why are you telling me now I have to choose?
He looks very. You know, Bobby. You know what he looks like? He looks, and I'll tell you, and you might have to stop liking him when I tell you this. He looks like an anime artist version of Magneto. He does. He does. It's like
you're the one that likes anime here. So you're putting down anime?
I don't have a problem with that anime, but you do, and that's why I wanted to make sure you understood.
So then, in theory, you shouldn't have a problem with Onslaught then, by that logic.
Well, no, because I don't think it's a well-drawn version. I'm sure like Kazuhiro Otomo could draw a great Magneto.
So you're saying anime artists draw like shit? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
That's exactly what you're saying. Quoted here, guys. Quoted in the chat. I think it looks awesome. I'm sorry. Listen,
I just want to see.
You realize I'm like I come from the B movie mindset where the more ridiculous something looks, the cooler it does.
Are you going to tell me that you don't think this art looks cool?
Well, let me see it.
Katsukiro Otomo.
Like open something.
You suck. Really?
I mean that double parade spread is cool. See, I just don't like how they render stuff. It's just like
Oh my god, dude!
I'm just not.
You think.
Dude, I swear to God, you fucking manga people, like fucking Jehovah's Witnesses. Like you have to like convert everyone. Like, dude, why am I forced to like something? Like,
not.
Great.
I don't understand how you could justify. This looks so stupid.
Of course it looks stupid. I'm acknowledging it looks stupid. Most of the stuff I like, it looks stupid. I guarantee that. Like, dude, stupid to me has many different definitions. So awesome, it's like, listen, would we rather have like that design of like She-Hulk where she just looks like the Hulk and with a wig and she has like all white spandex? To me, that's stupid, but not in a good way. It just looks horrible. This is stupid. B-movie stupid. Like
that's fair. Stupid. I can respect it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not denying that it looks ridiculous. That's the point, though.
The original Magneto design by Jack Kirby is like one of the best villain designs ever.
Help me out here, chat. I mean, really, am I not describing this well? Like that's the appeal of '90s comics in general. They look so ridiculous that they're practical comics. I mean, practical costume designs to me aren't cool. Something has to look very impractical.
Right. No, I wouldn't say Magneto's costume is...
And this is impractical, let me tell you. This is impractical.
I'll say this. It might... I don't even know if I want to say that.
If somebody wants to send me an Onslaught figure, I'd accept it, by the way.
Well, I'd accept it too.
Well, but you don't like it. You don't like it, so, fuck you.
Well, then I could sell it.
Man. The lack of loyalty there.
No. If a fan sent it to me, I would cherish it.
Oh, fan. We have fans now?
Yes.
Trapco
hates us.
If a groupie wants to, straight up.
Is dope. Like I said, reading as it came out was super intense and fun. All right.
See?
Look.
That's right. Suck a fat one.
Is it good then? Is it good? Onslaught? Story?
From what I remember, it was a crossover with Avengers, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Is it Age of Apocalypse looks cool, I guess.
Onslaught. Like it's just so 90s.
Oh wait,
Onslaught.
was Onslaught Age of Apocalypse? Or was
Now, don't get me
Onslaught
wrong. Don't get me wrong, Vaughn. There are examples where I would agree with you. Like if you look at Daredevil's 90s redesign, that I'll say is insanely stupid. I don't like that. Like there is a point when going 90s goes too far. Like it's like black and silver.
This is
That's not a good look at. That's not a good look at it. Though.
Ew.
Yeah, like that. That's it.
Oh, I think we talked about this before. We might have. This is disgusting.
There's like
worst,
a Captain America.
All right,
one
can
where
everyone
it
give me your worst fucking redesign? All right, so like for example, JR has done some great design. He did some great X-Men designs. I love his.
Somebody says Sue Storm, not Boob Window. You're getting banned.
But Magneto, JR's Magneto is so bad. Like
Travko loves that costume. What the fuck? Really, bro? Go back to that. Go back to that shit.
Fuck y'all, I love the. There is no. How do you love this costume?
He is the first person I legit ever heard.
This is the stupidest looking costume. This is a horrible costume.
Like Travko, this is not the most sturdy hill to die on.
This is
an ugly ass costume. I'm sorry, bro. Thank you for defending me with Onslaught, but I can't get behind this.
This is so ugly.
This just looks like some like 90s extreme sports fucking shit where he's like extreme rollerblader or something. And this is the costume they gave him.
Ew. How can he defend this?
Like he has devil in the name, and it's like just a sliver of red.
And he's got like, what is this silver shit? That's so cringy.
It's cheese graters to cheese grate somebody's face.
This is like an awful design. Even who?
Damn, he hates the classic one, Travko too. It's crazy.
What?
Dude, we're getting some hot takes here. This thing is really, dude. This if for
yellow,
nothing else,
he said red and yellow is greater than Fall from Grace. Is this Fall from Grace?
Well, the name is cool though.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a Fall from Grace.
Bro, Michael
it's
loves it
definitely
too.
A Fall from Grace.
Dude, we have a fucking 50-50 split on this piece of shit costume.
Oh,
it's crazy.
All right. You know what that means? Poll time.
Poll time. Dude,
right.
Watch me lose.
If we lose, it's the listen. These are the same. That means nothing because these are the same motherfuckers that said they smashed Megan Hall. You know what I mean?
If we, speaking of which, we need to do our contest for that. I want to draw my own version of Megan Hall, who's an actually attractive woman, with just fucking giant ass like fucking like cans right here, and just like half naked as fuck. That's my idea. Maybe some motif with donuts because she's a cop. Your keyboard is making like a snare noise, like a snare drum sound. So yeah, Michael and Travko are pro.
Guys,
John might be on our side though, even though he insulted my people earlier.
Vaughn draws the best Rocketeer. See, John understands.
Yeah, look, John, I think, is on our side with this too.
John, thank you, man.
That black 90s DD costume looks like a marching band costume.
Oh, he said, I can't defend it. I just love it personally. Well, at least you're aware.
Well, that's my fault. It's a Onslaught.
Looks like a marching band costume.
It kind of does look it. When I was a young boy, my father fucking died. My father.
That's a great song. No, that song that we're describing, great song.
My father got fucking shot right in front of me.
What is that a reference? Oh, because they're
no, because he's fucking singing like Black Parade, but then when he gets the part about my father, rather than bringing him into the city, he gets shot in front of him because that's what happened to Daredevil's father.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You got the joke and you didn't laugh. This fucking guy.
I got I didn't. Yeah, I got the joke. It was just,
considering what I am, that was a very expertly crafted joke, and you just urinated all over it. Soaks of urine right now. Just the urine seeped in the.
All right, what is all right? What someone give me some other bad costumes?
I remember Thor's being horrible in the 90s.
Was it? Yeah.
Horrible costume. And someone in the chat's gonna love it. Watch.
Which one?
It's one of them.
That was kind of
that-
stinky.
That does look like ass, but I don't even think it's that.
This one?
I think it's this one. I think
This one is
but
horrendous.
look at the exposed midsection for no reason.
Wait, hang on. You know how like some people nostalgically look at these dog shit 90s costumes? You think there's going to be anyone who looks at like the dog shit like stuff from today and it's like,
Well,
yeah, but I
here's the
grew up
thing.
on it.
I would still take this over most.
This is better than the fucking 90s dog costume.
I would still take that. I would still take that dog shit Thor costume over a lot of modern day costumes where everything is just full like leather, finger the toe, you know, just like so safe. I want to say like a lot of modern designs are just so incredibly safe.
That sounds not terrible. A Thunderstrike? Is that what they call
Like, look,
it?
dude, some 90s comics are indefensible. Dude, what's that one where he has a machine gun? That's 90s as fuck. Why does Thor need a machine gun?
Where'd it go? Oh, this one?
What the fuck is
435?
I don't remember that.
That doesn't. Yeah, that's.
John is like, sweet baby Jesus, that looks like some Liefeld garbage. They totally butchered how he fucking spells Liefeld. Why?
Thor 400, I believe. Hit trash. Or Thor 400.
Hit trash? The fuck does that mean?
Are we really not going to get a higher quality image? Is Marvel?
It must be that bad that no one wants to preserve it.
That's not bad.
Isn't that his normal costume? What the fuck's different
Yeah, what
about
are you
it?
talking about?
It looks normal.
Well, maybe he just got the wrong number. Throw with a machine gun, badass. No, it's
I'm not gonna lie. That's so stupid. It's kind of growing on me, honestly. Like there's this fucking.
like why do you? That's so like obsolete.
It's incredibly dumb. It's incredibly dumb.
I
Dude,
can't.
Is he shooting hammers?
Is
Is he shooting like hammers out of the gun?
like a bunch of them?
Like a bunch of little hammers?
Dude, the Ragnarok Thor is dope.
There's a fucking
Walt
I don't know
Simonson store. What do you think of this?
How much Sin City have you read?
None. I've seen the
Because
movie.
so the later issue, I forget which one it is. It's like past Prime Miller. One of the fucking this is after he did 300, right? So one of the characters has like this weird like weed hallucination, and they see Leonidas from 300 with a fucking machine gun shooting people, which is pretty funny. That's what it reminded me of.
Let's see this.
I'm hammered, so spelling is not a secondary skill right now. Yeah, I'm with you, John. I'm with you, brother. Amen. We're both buzzed, and we're trying to do our best
With
here.
the Sin City movie, I do like how I never
No,
watched the
No. Dude, Sin City, Leonidas, and I guess Gun or something like that.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. Is that might be it right there on the first row, second, third to last. That might be it right there. Yeah, there it is. It's so stupid.
You guys having a peep, eh? That it? Yeah.
That's it. Fucking Leonidas with a fucking machine gun. Or as Greeks say it, Leonidas. Leonidas. Don't fuck with him because he has a gun now.
What are some other stupid ass? Okay, what are some other horrible designs?
I don't like when they gave Hulk a costume. That was kind of dumb to me. Like the Gary Frank run. The Gary Frank run right after Gale. He sort of had like a fucking brown leotard. Yeah, like
This one?
it's like yeah, like that. Like first of all, they gave him a fucking haircut. Like it looks like he just came back from like Supercuts or some shit. And he's got a fucking neat little. Like it's not the worst, but it's like why? He's supposed to be a monster. Why is he dressed? Like he looks like he gets served at a restaurant, you know, rather than show up naked with his dick and balls out like he did in that other.
Yeah, I do see the Gary Frank in the face here. Gary Frank has a very distinct, way of.
Well, he got so much better than from what he was drawing at. Look up Hulk 400 because it's like a wedding issue. I have it. This is what came out the month I was born, Vaughn, and it's like a wedding. Maybe it's not 400. What the fuck? Oh, Jan did that. Jan Durisimo, my teacher, great artist. She did that. But okay, I guess it's not 400. Do a Hulk wedding, I guess. I'm sorry to fucking have you keep.
No, I mean, you're just it's fine, dude.
Wedding.
You did fuck up, but it's fine.
Yeah, that one, the first one. That's it. I still have this. 418. So that's it. So it's just like people constantly meme on this cover because it's just kind of stupid. First of all, why is he in a whole?
Who is that, Betty?
I don't know. She has amazing. She has an amazing rack. Whoever.
I was thinking that too. I was waiting for you to say it. I wasn't gonna debase myself by
Hey man, debase yourself for what? No, for having good tastes. It's the
no, I hear you. Oh, this is another wedding one.
What? He's getting cucked there. It's gonna be like
he's getting cucked by the Hulk.
I was just gonna say that. That would be so funny. She wants to be with Hulk because he's like a 4 foot long dick. Ratio.
Okay, what is some other? Oh, look at She-Hulk, the wedding episode in She-Hulk. That's
like
such a good show.
That was one of the things that did bother me about that issue at the end too, because it's like how, like I know it's a joke, haha, TT, but you can't just say they have sex. Like, how do you expect us to believe that? Like, his dick is probably the size of one of her legs. Like, how do you expect that to work? Like, would she just, like, sort of, like, wrap around it like it's like a punching bag? Like, it's like one of those giant punching bags? You should just, like, squeeze.
She's tall. She's taller than whoever this is. Okay. Now, hang on. What are some other, does anyone have any other really bad, Armored Captain America was hot check.
We're getting some good ones in the chat. Our chat always comes through, bro. We need to make a name for them.
Let's see. Armored Captain America.
Yeah, I remember this. This is garbage one, too. They armored everyone, dude. It was annoying after a while.
The Injustice character designs I didn't like for that reason.
I just thought one.
This is stinky.
This is really ugly. That's a bad one.
All right, wait.
This is Spidey too. That's bad. Like this, really bad.
The Thing had a more recent. The Thing costume. Yeah, the Thing should not have a costume.
Well, he has to have pants, dude.
No, but I'm saying that doesn't.
Him, Hulk, and Abomination. They should only have just like a little bit of pants. That's it.
Oh, these shorts. Are actually just
just so their genitals aren't out in broad daylight. That's like the only reason they should have like anything. Because maybe there's like kids watching them fight or something like that. Put on some clothes. But that's it.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Jesus Christ! These are just cursed Halloween costumes in general.
No. Do this one. Do Spider-Man armored costume. Oh my God, the guy taking a shit. Did you see the picture of the guy taking his shit on the guy just like a toilet? That's disgusting. Oh my God, the TM podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Dude, I saw this funny image once. This guy thought he was being clever, so he's completely naked, right? And he's painted white, and then he has like a stick figure painted on him to look like he's a stick figure walking. It looks so stupid. He just has his dick hanging. Somebody that like one of my 4chan like friends.
We'll see that Halloween costume some other time.
Yeah, one of my 4chan esque friends sent it to me. He always sent me fucked up shit. Like some guy one time he was on a motorcycle and he got in an accident, went airborne, and he landed on a fence, like one of those pointed fence, and the fucking fence went right through his dick, and he was just like screaming.
I'm writing this down to come back to for another time. Bad Halloween costumes.
Bad. One's not listening to the thing I'm saying.
Yeah, sorry.
It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. It's so hurtful.
All right, tell me.
Armored Spidey. Armored Spidey.
No, hang on. First, tell me the story again. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
It wasn't even really a big deal. Some guy, he got in this bizarre motorcycle accident where he accidentally ended up on top of like one of those spiked fences, and like one of the rods of the fences went right through his dick, and you can like sort of, because this is CCTV footage, so you sort of see it in the distance. You see his like dick fall out of his pants. It's just so wild. See him scream. He's like, ah.
Is he okay?
Probably not.
I kind of wish I didn't hear that story now.
What the fuck is Feral Wolverine? What the fuck is this?
Look at this.
I don't even remember this.
I think this is after Magneto took the adamantium, and then they're like, well, actually, it was poisoning him. So this is what his true form is.
Dude, he looks like...
It looks so bad. I guess
What
they
the
thought
fuck
this
is
would
this?
be better. This is hard. You never
I mean,
seen
I like-
this before?
I like my Wolverine.
Bobby, you've never seen this?
I have seen it before, but I didn't know the context. I always thought that this is just like some artist's idea of what a good Wolverine would look like. I never knew that there was actually is because of that time his shit got ripped out by Magneto.
I think so. I think that's what this was.
That's incredibly stupid. Like, I like my Wolverine to look more animalistic, but this is he looks like what's the word? He looks like he did like evolution missed him. Like he's just like he looks like.
That's the plane.
Well, hold on a second. What? Oh yeah. So Vaughn, choose one: Onslaught or Darkclaw.
Hang on, I'll take a look at Darkclaw in a bit. Let me first go to Punisher 29 now. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. This is garbage. This is garbage.
What's wrong with the skull on his face? That looks kind of cool, actually.
Which one? This
one? The skull on his... Yeah, that looks not horrible.
Not horrible. It's great.
Wait, what the fuck is behind him? Is that like a guitar amp he's carrying with him? Is he like that guy in Mad Max Fury Road that's constantly playing guitar?
Wait, where did you see this?
Or is that a building? It's the same exact color as him. Right behind him, that giant rectangle behind him behind his right leg. I guess that's a building, but it's like the same fucking color as his costume, so I sort of read it as like...
What are you talking about?
Come on. You see his belt?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Right behind him, there's like a rectangle that's like the same exact color as the rest of him.
Same color? I don't really see same color. Are you talking about...
Am I losing my mind here?
I don't know what you're talking about this?
I think it's just a production error. No, go lower.
This?
Okay. Yeah, you're hitting the top of it. This giant rectangle. This giant black rectangle.
Yeah.
All right.
This?
I thought that was attached to him. Yeah, that whole thing.
How the fuck would it be attached to his bottom leg?
Yeah, but dude, look at I read it as that at first. I realized
because you're a stupid idiot.
I'm a stupid idiot. The guy who drew this is a stupid idiot. Hold on, shut the fuck up for a second. The guy who drew this is a stupid idiot because the scale of the blasts are almost identical to whatever they're hitting. So it's like it looks like it's almost at the same place as.
No, I can see how someone could make that.
He's just a production error. They should have just colored it.
No, yeah, it's their fault. You're an idiot.
Because current Marvel is well renowned for being spot on and just good at everything they do. Man, you don't like Onslaught. I don't have to hear anything you have to say. Your opinions are garbage. You don't like Onslaught. This man doesn't like Onslaught. I think Vaughn is colorblind. You see, Michael sees it. You asshole! You're making me feel like a fucking idiot over here. Meanwhile, everyone else is
so ugly.
Yeah, this was really bad.
The 90s, like I understand why people shit on the 90s. I think more now.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is good. This is some of the cringe. Listen. Every era in comics has its cringe side,
dude. But this has like a distinct level of like awful costumes.
Yeah, but dude, you have to remember they were desperate because they killed Superman, and then they realized, oh shit, we killed Superman. What are we gonna do now? Apparently, I heard stories that they always knew they were going to bring him back from the beginning. But I don't think they anticipated how much of an impact it would immediately, because apparently they really started bleeding numbers almost like within a month or two of killing off Superman. So then they became desperate and started coming up with really stupid ideas. Fucking Cyborg Superman is cool. I like Cyborg Superman.
Okay, Armored Spider-Man. Look, here's the thing. I joke about like modern comics, but I don't think they're all bad.
What about a Spider-Man costume where his dick
like,
is out?
I honestly don't read a ton of modern comics. Like what I have read, haven't been crazy about, but I've read a fair amount of stuff that I'm like, that was okay.
The newest comic I read is probably.
Oh,
Yep. That's bad. That is bad. It's not just.
This is one of the worst ones.
It's not just that.
This is one of the worst ones.
Why does it have to be Chrome? I don't get it. He's like Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
But he's not cool though. He looks like bubble wrap.
Would it be heavy? Like, I understand he has super strength, but it's like that has to be like a hindrance, no? You know, listen, nobody's in favor of impractical costumes more than me. Like, this is stretchy. Like, dude, he's got to have like a ton of weight.
Look, all right, issue 100, they tried to put the adamantium in and it rejected, turning him feral. Adam Kubert's design.
Oh no, Adam, no. Dude, I've talked with Adam several times. I didn't know he was responsible for this. Oh no. Not Adam.
Everyone makes mistakes.
What the fuck is this?
What?
Why does he look like a girl? Like, go back to that last picture. It looks like it's like rock.
No, this is she thing. What is she thing?
So it is a girl.
Yes.
I couldn't tell. Dude, why did they make her look exactly like Thing? They didn't even attempt to make her body look feminine. It's just Thing in a dress.
With tits.
It's just Thing in a dress. It's just subtle tits. This is like the new design of She-Hulk, where it's just Hulk with like just barely tits.
What do you think of this face?
That's phenomenal.
Wait, who's Sharon?
When you take look, this is the face
character?
you make. This is the face you make when you take a giant fat ass shit and you realize you ran out of toilet paper. That's the face you make right there.
This character is Ms. Marvel now? Who thought this was a good idea?
Listen, a female look, I'm not trying to sound like one of these modern writers, but sometimes a female version of a character could be cool.
Yeah,
like She-Hulk is cool. The Lynn Michaels Punisher is cool. You know?
Who?
Lynn Michaels Punisher.
I don't think
that's
I've heard
the
of
one. Hold on. That's his badass Mark Teixeira cover. This one right here. I have it literally on hand. This is the one where he tributing the Mike Zeck cover. Yeah, look, it's right there. See?
Ooh, that's cool.
See?
Yeah.
Look at the. See, look at that text. Mark Teixeira did this. Not the baseball player.
Not the. Does she have green hair?
No.
Blonde. Blonde.
It's blonde, but because of the shitty coloring at the time, it might look green. She's cool. Look,
That's
cool.
She
Thing is a cool idea, but
is she still alive? Did they kill her off?
I have no idea. I have no idea, dude.
Chuck Dixon created her.
Yeah, she was barely a thing. Very briefly, she was a thing, and then they went back to Frank Castle. I'm not even 10 issues.
Did they call her?
Maybe
did they
5,
have
6
like
even.
she Punisher punish
her? Punish her.
Punish her. Oh, well,
That sounds sexual as fuck.
Yeah, it's not. No, that's not a good one. That's going to be on the cutting room floor. Listen, bring it down.
Punish her.
I'm not colorblind. That looked green for a sec. Like this looked like Polaris from a distance. This is the first one I saw. Ready? Boom. Look at it from a distance. It looks green. This doesn't look green at all, but like in this coloring, it looks kind of green for a second.
Get back to the topic at hand. I think She Thing is actually a pretty cool idea. The problem, go back to that and see, look, this is good stuff here. Wake me up. Because, women, every female comic character sleeps completely naked for no reason at all. Like, it's just what they do.
Do men not sleep naked in comics? That's weird.
They do sometimes. Cool. Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. Why? She's indistinguishable from the regular.
Yeah, she literally looks like the face is the same, the eyebrows. Like She-Hulk at least has differing, characteristics. Supergirl completely looks different from Superman, right?
The original, like, non-stupid version of She-Hulk, when she was a good character, was, absolutely a woman. Like, there was no two ways about it. You didn't look at her and be like, "Oh, look, is that the Hulk?" It wasn't like you couldn't tell. This you can't. I literally could not tell if that was the fucking regular Thing. I was like, "Why does the Thing have a dress?" Like,
and also like Supergirl, even down to the hair color and things like that, and the skirt, like it's different.
And why is the McDonald's logo on her chest?
It does look like the
Like
McDonald's.
seriously, what the fuck is that? I don't get it.
Someone, I'm kind of like, I could read. I think this is the same character. I think she becomes She-Thing.
I like also. I'm a sucker
See
for
this,
actually
like
putting
this
she.
girl? You see that?
Hmm.
That
I
is
like
that
actually
becomes
saying,
her. These are the
Stupid.
same characters.
but it doesn't make any sense why she wouldn't retain any feminine physical attributes at all. Like she literally just becomes the male
Like,
version
the
of the
face
character.
is exactly the same.
That's what I'm saying.
And the-
She's shaped identically. Like they gave her the most subtle boobs. Like
All right. Anyway, Bone Cold Wolverine was an awesome run. When they tried to put it back, is where it got. Is when they tried to put it back in. What happened with Adam Kuber? Or anyway, look at Dark Claw's claws. No way his arms aren't absolutely shredded every time he pops his claws. All right,
yeah.
Dark Claw.
So do you know what Amalgam Comics were?
Yes.
Lauren? Okay. So this is Dark Claw. This is good shit. This is so funny. This is. Do you like this more, or do you like Onslaught more? There's no wrong answer here.
Why is this worse than the like? Why does this shred his arms?
No, because that's not this is fan art. That the real one has like batarangs as the claws. Yeah, like this. Like it has like batarangs. Like actually I've seen it where it goes out more. Like it's just straight batarangs.
It's not.
It's so stupid. I love it. I fucking love it. It's so incredibly dumb. So
This is
wait a minute.
dumb.
It's Joker Sabretooth. This is fucking villain.
Yeah, Jackal. I think they call it like hyena or something. I don't know. What do they
Jack
call it?
off. The jack off. The jack off.
Yeah, this looks fucking stupid. It looks like no. I don't even want to say it looks cool. It doesn't.
It
It
looks
doesn't.
awesome as shit. Vaughn is a hater. Hater confirmed. Colorblind hater.
Okay. Oh, Jim
I'm
Ballard.
dying laughing. I'm dying laughing at your guys' She-Thing commentary. Listen, man,
Wait,
it's
what
just
is
the
this
perfect.
G-Thing commentary? I haven't seen.
It's
Oh,
just-
you guys.
It's just a perfect example of a good idea executed utterly dog shit. Like,
All right. Best Punisher 20.
what was the wait? Can I just
he
say?
doesn't need a jetpack because he has hate.
It
What?
sounds stupid. So
That
what
sounds
if?
very cringy.
Can I also ask-
In comparison to classic costumes, Soup's costume is hard. I guess. Like I guess the Daredevil costume '90s one isn't technically horrible, but compared to like if you're
It's
gonna
horrible.
upgrade to that,
It's bad.
I'm
sorry,
trying my
Trevor.
best. I'm trying.
I'm sorry. It's bad.
It was a good story. He lost his powers and manifested weird electrical powers. It was during Morrison's run. Maybe Superman Blue is a good story, possibly.
Here's my last thing I'm gonna say about
'90s,
She-Thing.
man, everything is chrome. It's like in the SpongeBob episode where he's like, "The future, everything is chrome." You know that?
Future.
Future.
So wait, Vaughn.
Yeah.
I think the thing we're missing about She-Thing that I'm shocked that I missed. What's the point? If she's exactly the same thing, it's like it kind of misses the point, doesn't it? Like,
Who needs original characters?
yeah, but it's like if she looks and acts exactly as the thing, you know what I mean? Like totally indistinguishable. It's like having a second thing. Like, you might as well have just cloned them. Really, honestly, it's the same thing. Oh, did I tell you something funny? Dude, so this is a funny story. I don't know. You may want to cut this out later, but it's funny. It's not like bad, but it's so let me
All
tell
right,
you.
more
So,
editing for me.
so when the whole thing happened where they made Jane Foster Thor,
Okay.
it was people were misreporting it as they turned Thor into a woman, not a woman takes up the mantle of Thor. If you remember that, right?
I remember they were writing articles on it, and my mom was like, "Oh, check this out. This is interesting." And I was like, I read the article. I was like, "Why are they doing this?" And then I just didn't look at it again.
So
I went back to reading
Basically-
Batman comics because
So
these
the
people don't
popular-
bring new readers in.
So everyone was saying nobody was actually understanding what was happening. They were just saying Thor's a woman now. So we thought, me and my friend thought it'd be funny to fuck with my dad and just tell him and like film his reaction because my dad is extremely based. So They feel so he said, "Hey Dad, did you hear they turned Thor into a woman?" He looks over it like what the fuck? He's like they might as well just fucking killed him. It was really funny.
One of my favorite Adam memories is I was walking down the hall with Andy to his studio, and Adam was coming towards us, and he punched the fuck out of him in the arm and was like, his old work was better.
Adam's current shit is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I agree with Andy's assessment there.
Yeah,
They're both
I mean,
really good.
Let's see. I'm dying laughing at the shooting content. Blah, blah. All right. Do we have any other?
Our chat, the disrespect.
It's Sting and Drag. All right. Do we have any other? Oh wait. Let me get just check on you guys' results on that Daredevil costume. It's split 4 votes. 2 people like the '90s Daredevil costume.
Let me vote no. Okay, now it's 50-50 again. Oh, no, wait, 60-40. Okay. I was like, literally somebody voted the same time as me.
I can vote, but I'd say no. So
why can't you vote?
Because I created the poll, and I guess it's not.
Why don't you just log into an alt and vote?
Because it's not worth it, man. Honestly, I'm disappointed in my audience that it's even this close to begin with.
You cannot let this costume win.
The worst.
Do what you got to do. I'll log into my fucking alternate bullshit account.
Trafco has like the worst taste.
It doesn't. He was right about Onslaught. And then he said some other stuff. Dark Claw is cool. I don't care what you say. Dark Claw.
All right, hang on. What are some? Does anyone have any? Let's see. Okay. Any unpopular opinions on classic costumes? I don't know. That was a bad question.
I like Kenneth Rocafort's Starfire more than George Perez's. Is that a hot take? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is. Oh yeah, we got to do that. The best artist for each character as an episode.
I like that idea.
I've wanted to do that. That was an idea I had for a while, and I just never vocalized it. So the fact that someone else thought that, great minds think alike.
Well, I find that hard to believe, and now you're like trying to fucking overshadow my great idea. Now. You originally thought
I genuinely had that idea, that exact idea.
You start trying to Stan Lee me over here. It's like, actually, I'm the one that created it. Fucking this Steve Ditko fucking nerd didn't come up with anything. I got something.
This is great. This is a great design. I don't know if it's better than George Perez's, but it's a great design.
I got something funny to tell you about, though. So back when G4 was a good thing that people liked and loved and would actually like.
And when they liked their fans too.
Yeah. So they had X-Play, which was a fun show before we knew one of the co-hosts was utterly psychotic.
Which one, Adam Sessler?
Yeah. I actually liked him as a kid. I thought he was funny. And then, Anyway, let's not get into that.
This is a great one, too.
So they did this sketch whenever there would be a Marvel video game they review, where they have this guy come up called Roger the Stan Lee Experience. Right? I don't know if you ever heard it, but it's this guy that does this insanely vulgar impression of Stan Lee. And people at the time thought, oh, wow, because Stan Lee's such a nice old man that never did anything wrong. This is before most people, really had access to the internet. And they were like, oh, it's funny because it's just so insanely inaccurate. But in hindsight, it's actually much funnier because of how insanely accurate it is. Like, you just constantly talk about how he fucked Jack Kirby's wife and, like, how he was, like he's just a total... It's just
this guy just pretended to be Stan Lee?
Yeah, he's just like, so I'm over there, so I walk into my office, and I'm banging Jack Kirby's wife. And it's so fucking stupid. And it's like, I sent him a picture. I had the whole Marvel for his birthday. I had the whole Marvel bullpen signed the picture of me banging his wife. He shed a tear when he saw it.
George Perez. I don't know.
Yeah, you see, look at the chat today.
What does
It's
the
a
chat
little
say?
bit of attention with women, Vaughn, and he thinks he's gonna usurp me as the creative juggernaut here. And man, Juggernaut was also the one that banged She-Hulk, so
Yeah,
step
in one of
aside,
the
Junior,
worst runs, in one of the worst runs ever. Is that really what you're going to use?
Doesn't matter for banging She-Hulk. Okay, got She-Hulk in me DMs.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Roquefort or Perez?
Go Paul.
We could do that next. No, let's save that for. Ooh, who did this one? I've seen this art before. This is great.
Hold on, I'm shamelessly plugging my shit in the chat, so just
Go ahead.
keep
No
on,
shame.
keep on. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I like. All right, what
You ever
about
see-
George Perez's Raven? Is
So you may say I have a one-track mind, Vaughn, but you ever see the thing of where George Perez would draw at conventions? He'd draw.
yes,
Raven,
you've told me
he'd draw-
this. Yeah,
I've told
Draw
you.
naked.
Okay. Yeah, and finally it got to the point where DC took him aside and said, "Can you please stop doing this? Just please stop."
Oh man, I wish.
There's
I
a
got
cover. There's a cover
Billy
that's really
Tichy was
hot.
very good friends with George Perez.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
Is
love
that
this.
Ebenez? Ebenez draws a good Raven too. There's a cover where she's like-
That's a great black canary.
There's a cover where she's like naked as fucking water, and they just have like a little bit of hair covering her nips. It's kind of cool, actually.
Hair?
Like
or
the
her
hair
hair.
from her
I was
head.
like, what?
Like, yeah, because women have long hair, Vaughn. I don't know if you've observed that.
All right, so Ed Bain's his.
Michael
black
Turner
canary.
drew that one. Michael Turner drew that Raven, according to Travco. I think that's what he's referring to. She doesn't seem really. I don't really. That doesn't look like something he'd draw.
Let me see.
I own like 80% of all the Raven merchandise that was ever produced. Do you know that? Do you know that, Vaughn? Are you impressed by that?
Is she
that
your favorite? Is she your favorite?
Yeah, for sure.
Goth
My favorite
girls?
female-
Bobby, you like
my
goth
favorite-
girls?
My favorite female dude, listen, hold on a second. I got like 4. Let me move the naked Hell Witch out of the way. I got let me move the heavy metal ones. I got
You said
These
no, the
two-
Starfire pick. Okay, yeah.
okay. Look, these 2 figures over here are both Ravens, right? And then I got up there. I got a statue of her, right? They do not make a lot of Raven merchandise, so I'm trying to think what else I got. I think the only thing I'm missing 2 things. I'm missing one Bombshell Beauties DC statue of her, but I don't really like it, so that's why I didn't get it. And then there's one little bust of her above the Teen Titans T. But that's like it. That's like literally it. They have the DC Universe Raven and the fucking DC Direct Raven. Those are like the only 2 Raven statues. And honestly, I'm
Oh,
surprised.
is this
how much
Michael Turner, not Ed Baines? I got them wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
And honestly, I'm surprised how much side boob they gave this fucking DC Universe Raven statue. It's like just insane amount of just side boob on it. I'm like, damn, son. I'm like, this was hanging up on a peg on Toys R Us and shit, and just letting it hang out for whatever. I'm talking to myself here. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. That actually is really crazy. I need to. So Raven's your favorite fictional female character?
I'd say so. It's a comic
good
book
pick.
character.
Yeah, they're bringing back some of the classic designs in modern X-Men.
Why? Who's yours, Vaughn? Who's yours?
That
Vaughn?
it doesn't matter. Actually, I was, Bobby, they almost got me because I was like, oh, the classic designs of modern X-Men. But then I remember he's a cuck for her, and she's blowing herself out. And so I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter if they have the classic designs because
You got
this
Sigma
is-
male Wolverine versus the Beta Cyclops.
No, they're both cucks. They're both cucks.
I'm standing in my story. The chat will agree. with me.
Hang on. Do you think that Wolverine letting Cyclops fuck this girl and letting her just fuck around and not be committed? Do you think that
They
that's
were
Sigma?
originally together. He was the one that came in and just got so attracted.
Yeah,
to
but
her
they
by
both
feral-
made an agreement in the new comics.
Yeah, but
They
that's
literally have a conjoined room.
we're not acknowledging that.
That's what I'm talking about, though. You can't call him a
I'm
Sigma.
talking about the original, though.
No,
I'm talking
you're
about
wrong.
the original.
You're wrong.
Yeah, I'm talking
You're
about.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm talking about the original. I'm not talking about now. Now doesn't count. Bro, they're fucking on the moon, basically. You want that's what you're using as evidence to defend your case? Is a book where they're having gay sex on the moon or whatever the fuck they're doing up
by
there?
the way, Han, I just want to say, George
It's like
Perez,
Wallace and Gromit.
I totally agree with you. George Perez is Donna Troy, dude. So good.
Yeah, exactly, Michael. The Modern X-Men doesn't exist. I'm talking about in the classic age where Jean Grey gets annoyed with putting up with Cyclops' beta bullshit, and then she sees this fucking feral, half-animal, badass Sigma male that doesn't need women in his life. He doesn't need anyone in his life. He's a lone wolf. He goes where he wants. He does what he wants. If you get his fucking way, he's going to slice you in half. And that turns her on. And then she dips that fucking nerd, Scott, which, by the way, you can't be a badass and have Scott as your first name. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Bad take.
No. Spot on take. Scott. Oh, Scott.
I'm not going to lie. I've been
Or
holding a
Logan.
shit for a while. And look, we've been going for a while.
You've been holding this shit. That's how you fucking end it. Hey, listen, guys.
Well,
it's
that's
been
not
fun.
actually why. I don't have to hold that. But no, but it has been fun. Stop showing us these lies. I do agree that is unfat. Hold on. Actually, I do want to catch up on the chat's last few suggestions, and then we'll call it a night. The DC bombshell. Oh, girl.
Dude, Vaughn, I gotta give you credit, man. You've been streaming all fucking day. Yes, John, he did say he's been holding in his shit. That is confirmed from the horse's mouth. He's about to take a horse-sized shit, apparently.
This is a cool look.
Yeah, no, that one's cool. The
World
Raven
War
one, I wasn't crazy about. It's like a Betty Page type design, and it was like,
Martin X-Men Post 500 is non-canon. That's kind of based. Or wait, what's X-Men 500?
When did they do Wolverine Origin? Because that's not canon to me. That's fan fiction. His name's not James. The fuck is that? What? The costume sucks.
Which one?
Why does he
Wolverine
look flat?
I don't know, man.
He looks flat as shit. Like his
Carrots
chest.
only waist up. Grab a bucket, MFer.
Exactly. Instead of a piss jar, get a shit jar.
I love Alex Summers. I love both of them. I love Alex. Honestly, Havoc. If someone wants to argue Havoc is cooler than Scott, that's perfectly valid. I love them both. They're two of my favorite X-Men. I heard it.
But no. You got when you shit in the shit. You gotta shit in such a way where it's like soft serve, so you make sure it goes around, so you don't get any shit on the floor and your prized belongings or floor.
Dude, you gotta show the Thing bathroom pic. I put it on your Facebook page. All right, John. Wait.
Thing bathroom.
I have you on Facebook?
Who is John? It's not Malin, is it?
John. No, it's not John Malin.
That would be so funny. It's John's alter ego, like his sock account, but he also calls it John Malin.
Did you send it to me on Messenger, John? Oh, this is you. Okay, let me add you back.
It's a giant cock made out of rocks. That's the joke. It's like a rock formation. Looks like a dick.
This picture's really funny. Hang on. I'll add you back in a second. First we're gonna show this incredible image. Thank you for gracing me with this, Bobby. I think you'll appreciate this personally.
Will I Vaughn? You'll Vaughn, whatever the long.
Like unless you want to tell me that you don't have faith in John, who's been nothing but kind to us.
You know he hasn't. What the fuck are you getting us?
What are you
He
talking
hasn't been kind to
about?
us. It's a joke. Relax. Slow your roll.
What do you think? So this is apparently he took a shit. It's just like rocks.
What the fuck? First of all, why is a 4 spray painted on his chest? That's kind of. I don't know if I like that or not. Jury's out, but like, did you just get shit all over the floor, basically? What else could that be? It's got to be shit. Why does this shit turn into rocks? That doesn't make any sense.
I
makes
gave
no
you the
sense.
miracle of she-thing. John's the one that mentioned she-thing.
So wait a minute. Is that a dryer next to them? So they do their laundry in the.
I don't know.
I have a lot of questions.
I don't want to. I don't want any of them answered.
First of all, why is the sink so massive? Like, I understand it's the sink.
Why are there rocks back here? How does that even happen? Wait, hang on.
Maybe it comes
This is grinders.
projectile.
So does
Comes
he
out-
literally shit rocks and they grind up?
He has to. He literally shits rocks, dude. Why even shit inside then? Like, I don't even understand the point of shit. He's like, well, that's outside shit.
Poo or not? Every time he nuts, it's like
Yo, he brings up an amazing point. So when he busts, it's got to be like white rocks or something, right? Everything's rocks. He shits rocks. Does that mean
Like a machine gun?
Does that mean his urine is just 100% like kidney stones?
That's shit. The cartoon Lolly gets to grind his poop. He shits in that grinder.
Bro. So wait a minute. The attention to detail here. So I'm assuming this was a subtle gag. Like, they didn't make like an episode showing the thing shit, I'm assuming, right?
But you have to think about how many people this got past.
Dude, what the fuck? Is this payoff even worth it? Like, it just brings up a lot of questions.
And I don't want any of the answers.
First of all, that toothbrush is fucking enormous. That's like the size of a baseball bat. That toothbrush.
Holy shit, yeah, that toothbrush is huge.
The faucet from the sink is going up, which I don't get at all. Like, why is the faucet sticking up from the sink? Who designed this? Did like someone that's like dyslexic make this fucking bathroom? What is this? The sink? First of all, the sink is bigger than the shitter, which doesn't make any sense. Because the thing, wait, think about this for a second. The thing shits. This toilet is big enough to accommodate the thing taking a shit on it, and the sink is bigger than that. This is like a bathtub-sized sink. I have a lot of questions. A fantastic bathroom, Fantastic Four bathroom is fucked. First of all, you have a fucking.
It was a 1.3 second scene. It definitely got past editors.
Dude, it's just so many questions because look, you have this book over here. This book is like the size of a fucking car tire, right? Like, it's just this giant.
So does he
book
read that while he's shitting rocks and grinding it up? Like he has like big books to read.
These books are enormous, dude. Like, I don't know
These
where
are
these
like-
people.
He stole them from Reed Richards' library. He was like, dude, I gotta go again. Reed's like, all right.
This book's been in the bathroom, Ben, and it's like, I know.
I don't, Ben, you can keep it.
You could keep it, Ben. It's like just a fucking coloring book or something.
Ben just does this just to, he doesn't actually shit rocks, but he just does this just so he could get books from Reed.
Like, I don't really like being that guy that like really critiques other people's art to be mean. You know what I mean? But the fucking scaling on this is so off. Like, first of all, that toilet is so giant. He can fit into the base. Like, he can literally put his whole body through that hole.
Look at the size of his foot compared to the size of that book.
Like, I'm just fascinated by how off the fucking perspective is on this.
Like, how many books are like the things has a massive foot.
I know
And
how
that
much
book
does he?
is significant. No, and that book is significantly bigger than his foot.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That book is giant. That's like a fucking car tire sized book. This is fascinating, dude. Look at that bottle of bleach by the fucking dryer. There's a giant gallon of bleach.
Holy shit, that's huge!
Bro, what the fuck is that? That's taller than him.
Oh wait, no, there's a reason for it. Hang on, John said they all got shrunk. Is why the toilet and sink look so big.
You see, this fucking John
Oh.
guy. We had such a nice
you.
bit going. This guy comes crashing.
Oh,
Like,
he
now
said
it
it.
all
He
comes
said it
crashing
earlier.
down.
He said it earlier. We've been going for like several minutes when he already had the explanation.
All right.
Some
Some stuff is still fucky, even though they shrunk. Like, I'm just saying. Like, even if you remove the thing, like
That's still
The
a
sink-
massive bottle of you know,
Bleach,
like, it's
yeah.
still a massive bottle of bleach.
that's like
Yeah,
10 gallons of
detergent.
bleach.
The detergent, yeah, that's
Detergent.
huge.
And he shits bricks. That's like the giant revelation here.
Yeah, no, we got you, John. Don't worry, we finally saw it. All right.
You ruined our bit. Our bit is destroyed now. We're ripping, man. We're ripping so hard, and now it's ruined. It's
But
in
even
pieces.
still, that's wild. That's fucking
It's a lube
wild.
tank. It's not a water tank. It's a lube tank. So they said for all the fucking fantastic sex they all.
To be fair,
It's just-
John did give us this bit to begin with. You know what I mean?
It'd be funny if there's just a constant orgy going on at the fucking Fantastic Four Tower. They're just
Ew.
banging. They're just bang.
So Johnny and Sue are
Invite
related.
people. They invite people and they tag in, and some people tag out when there's like a crime or something. It's just a constant orgy.
You can tell it's foreign animation company because it's an Asian style washer in the bathroom. Oh yeah,
Where
I barely use my own. You know, the
toilet?
Listen.
You don't use a toilet? Where do you shit, Vaughn?
sink. That
You shit in the shower and you waffle stomp it down. Is that what you're saying?
the
shower?
sink.
In the
The
drain,
sink.
you stomp it down, and it goes through the drain. The waffle stomp. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the waffle stomp. Like when you have those
we've
Play-Doh.
come a long way. We've come from talking about our favorite comic book covers to shitting in the drain. I think we've
Like, you ever
learned a
get-
lot. I think we
Those
bonded a
Play-Doh
lot.
toys? Those Play-Doh toys, you put a turd in there and you squeeze it, and like it comes out
No,
like a
but
star.
let's do some of these specials. We'll do like who draws the best version of which characters. We'll do that.
Oh man, yeah, Travco's guy. It saves time, man. Dude, I want a comic now where Thing takes a shit and he takes the piece of shit and he puts it in like one of those Play-Doh toys where you squeeze it and it comes out like the shape of a star. It's just done. Dude.
No, I'm just writing that idea. Who does best
Oh,
of each character?
I thought
Which
you
is
were
an
writing
idea
down.
I did have. Which is an idea I did have before. By the way,
Show proof. Give me some receipts, son.
I don't have any proof. You're
I
just
think
gonna take my word on
Travco's.
it.
I think Travco's got the right idea. The fucking scent of a woman has gotten you all fucking thinking that you're coming up with all this shit, thinking foolishly you could usurp me. Okay. This fucking camera angle sucks, man. Fuck is this over?
Well, on that note, I always wear these themed T-shirts before the streams, and it's always here, so it might as well just be wearing a black T-shirt. You know, I interviewed someone who cosplays as Rogue, and I was like, "Oh, make sure I have Rogue on the shirt." Don't even see the shirt. So, and then Rob Hunter, I was like, "Well, Rob Hunter's an X-Men fan. He worked on X-Men. Doesn't matter. You don't see the shirt for that."
So why don't you just put something behind you next time? Wouldn't that make more
Because
sense?
maybe when I'm at the con with Renee next weekend. Oh, by the way, next Sunday I won't be here, which is part of the reason I did 2 today. Is because for that exact reason.
What exact reason? What kind are you going to?
Pensacola. So, that reminds me. Any of you guys are at Pensacola, Pensacon? Make sure to check it out. Make sure to. I'll be there at Michael Golden's table. I'll be working with him and Ronnie
Oh
Ramos.
shit! And that's awesome.
I guess I forgot to
Ask
tell
him
you.
about
I'll
Buzz. You totally didn't tell me at all.
Yeah,
like
I
this is
totally
literally the
forgot.
first
Yeah,
time.
Renee
Piece of shit.
Winterstetter offered me the job, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll work at Michael Golden's table for."
Yeah, no, that's
Ronnie
good.
Ronnie Ramos. I'll be working with him too. He's a great guy. Renee.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Good shit. Michael
Yeah.
Golden, man. Ask about Buzz in that Jurassic Park comic he was talking about.
Oh, is that what it was? Jurassic Park. I will.
Yeah. Make sure he doesn't forget ever.
No, let's skip PensCon one's Trump. Okay. And it's
All
Trump.
right. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He clearly fucking said Pensacola. What the fuck?
Yeah, you
That
missed a
was
few.
funny.
You missed a few syllables. All right. On that note, guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll keep doing this. This comic book I worked on. Let me make sure it still pops up.
You can bring this. You
I
can bring the camera in the bathroom and could watch you shit.
on
This
that
massive
note,
shit
if you
that
guys
you're
are big,
prophesizing
you guys are big Von Cohen fans, make sure you check out. Yeah, I do shit rocks. You guys can watch me. I ended up.
Wait. Hold the phone. You can't say penis in the chat.
Really?
You could say fuck and slut, but won't let me say penis.
Are you
According
kidding
to
me? Let me make sure, because I don't think it's my settings. It's good, but I will make sure. I don't, because I can't imagine like
Spell it with 2 O's instead of an I. That'd be funnier. Penis. Penis.
or PEENIS. Penis.
Or what is Z? Penis.
PNISCE. Penis.
Penis. In my country of Romanopia, we love the penis.
Okay, so guys, check out this. I worked as an editor on this comic by Brian James. He's a great dude, and he's going to be on my show at some point. I'll announce it at some point. But
John just said it with no problem, so I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Maybe we're getting fucked with over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you're trying to do your outro, but this is fascinating to me. I really will not tolerate any censorship. Okay, people should be able to say penis whenever they choose.
I agree. Wait, hang on.
This
John
is America. That's what I just.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's what I just said.
I know. I was confirming it. I'm just saying it's really interesting.
Penis. Everybody say it with 2 O's though instead because it's funnier that way.
You turn it back. Octagon.
Penis.
And,
I'm cracking myself up here.
I'm able to say it because I'm a man. Ooh, get fucked.
Oh shit! What the fuck? We're literally ready to go, and everybody's starting fights with each other.
You guys can. I'm leaving you to your own devices. All right. On that note, guys, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna get the outro. Bobby, make sure to give Bobby all the follows. My link tree is in the description. I'll put in the chat again anyway.
That's right.
And
I think I just put mine in there, so don't worry about it.
This is gonna be my outro, man. Ready?